A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irritan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irritanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underground Initiative, a secret underground organization where a menagerie of maddening Midwesterners gather around to play Dungeons and Dragons. Hey guys, how's it going? I changed it from middle-aged, you fuckers.
Yay.
We'll bring it back, just give it a time or two.
Give us like 20 years, we'll bring it back.
Well, it's only 5 for you.
He's not wrong.
What's middle age for us?
Like 50, hopefully, if we live to be 100.
It's all in your mind, man.
I hope not.
You're as old as you feel.
I feel dead.
Well, good for you for hanging on this long.
That's the diabetes, Jimmy.
No, I've had my blood tested multiple times, mostly for life insurance.
Okay, so moving away from all that.
Okay.
Hello, we are recording again. We are unfortunately down a Clarence this evening. He had other things to do, but that is alright. He will be back with us in the next episode. In the meantime, I guess... Oh no, I have to deal with you guys instead. Okay. I think we can make this work.
Look, I know you're upset that I Omni-Manned the guy, but why did you burn a hole in this dice?
Did I?
What?
That's not me.
There's literally a hole in the 70.
And that's one of your dice, man, not mine.
No, you got the same pack I did, so...
Okay, well, blame Bezos.
Yeah. Damn it, Bezos.
God damn it, Bezos.
I expect all $10 back.
Thanks, Jeff. We love you, Jeff.
It would cost you more money to send it back.
I don't love him and his dildo rocket. Where's our dildo rocket?
And on that note, we are going to go into announcements. Last we left off, this group of adventurers traveled south towards the Yormak hillside to a section called the Silver Silk Valley, where the Riverwatch tribe seems to have lost contact with a group of orcs, a hunting tribe, if you will. They were due back and just haven't returned yet. So, you were hired by the chieftain, Bagamol, to find out what happened to them. You came across a desolate landscape valley of spiders and spider nettings. Fought a handful of spiders, found a bunch of corpses, found two of the hunting party, apparently dead, and you also found the leader of that party, that Gagool, who thankfully was alive.
Although he did try to kill himself in a trap.
I think that was
a trap was seemingly laid by spiders, or at the very least something that seemed to have an influence over these spiders of this valley.
Obvious trap was obvious.
Obvious trap was obvious.
Hey, I didn't bet the drunk avoided.
No, I saw what you did there.
He fell for it.
I didn't go over there.
I know, but I get advantage on those dex saves, so...
You managed to fend off a handful of spiders. You journeyed down into their main den, where you encountered a terrifying drider named Quave, who seemed to be crazy and deranged, and seemed very keen on eating someone from your party. The taste of fiend flesh.
Yum, yum, eat him up.
That's why I caught him on fire.
You guys managed to defeat Quave, plunder by squishing by Omni. It's been out for a while, and the comics is 10 years old. I forget your character's name.
Omni-manning it?
I forget your character's name. Kulkras squished Quave's head in his hands. It was great. You guys looted his den of anything of value. You guys also found a corpse of a Cerulean Trove lore seeker. Brought them all back to your...
That was like near the beginning.
Yeah.
I also don't think that was mentioned to us what he was. We just know him as a dead elf that she likes.
Fair enough.
I think I mentioned it. I was like, this is somebody from my trove.
Your trove, but we don't know what your trove is.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if you want more information, you have to prod and probe.
Dial 9 for assistance.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you don't know, ask.
And if you ask, I'll say, I'm busy identifying.
Good one.
As
Call cannot be connected at this time.
you guys managed to escape the valley with everyone in tow, including the 3 corpses that you found, loaded them up to the back of your wagon, helmed by the horses Jeffrey and Jeffrey, and are making your way northward back towards the Riverwatch tribe. It is pushing late evening, like way late evening. I'd say it's around 11:30 at night.
I got you, playa.
Yeah.
Quick point of reference for those probably upset with Jay's comment in the background, because apparently he hasn't read the comics. The death of the Guardians of the Globe in the comic is different than the show.
Okay.
It is way quicker in the comic book. They just all die.
Good to know.
I'm lying down a little bit.
Why I can't hear you over the sound effects?
And it's pointing directly at me, too.
How's that?
Oh, like, where the hell is it?
Alright, as long as we can still hear each other.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You always tilt it toward me and John if you will.
It's not a pinball machine.
Or just tilt it up, maybe, if you can.
I'm not tilting it up because I can't. So, you guys are traveling northward. It's light out, or it's dark out. Who is helming the wagon?
There's only 2 people with animal handling.
Not me. I just volunteered.
There, I'll turn it down a little bit more.
I'm in the back by the dead trove person. Was it a guy or a woman?
It was a dude,
Okay.
as far as you can tell.
I'm back by his body.
It was a bro.
Okay.
I'm sort of keeping track of his body, I guess.
Salic is also with you guys for now. He's just sort of like huddled in another corner, just like trying to wrap his mind around getting over facing his fear of spiders.
He's having spider PTSD come down.
Pretty much. So, what would you guys like to do?
I have many objects to look at, so if everybody would like to leave me to that, I'll be doing that for a while.
Okay. Utilizing your potion making kits and alchemy kits, you utilize the utensils that you have to usually ascertain the nature of different metals, plants, and other objects that you would use to make potions or different alchemical products. And as you use them to ascertain the nature for magic items, it does take you some time, but it's weird. Like, the more you study an object using alchemy and chemistry as the basis of, what does this do? It seems to work in a weird way, like your mind is just flooded with insight and text that normally shouldn't work with how this is done. But slowly, over time, you are able to ascertain the nature of whatever object is in front of you. And for the interest of items, tell me what you want to start off with, and
I'm just going to go down the list in order. So I got that silver ring, which has a black stone and something to do with a spider.
Yes.
I think it was a spider carved into the stone or something.
Yes. Looking it over, you are able to ascertain that this ring is actually just a ring of protection. It is just modified with the embellishments of spiders. So if you want to add that to your inventory, ring of protection.
Ring of protect. Okay.
What's next?
The blue and silver stone card that was wrapped in the cloth.
Yes. While the first object you look over and learn about, the information comes very, very smooth. Like, it's a smooth transition of, oh, I know what this is.
It's a simple ring.
Yeah. Looking over this card, at first you don't sense anything. It's hard to ascertain its nature. But then at the end of, let's say, 10 minutes, you are hit with, like, a barrage of all manner of craziness of what this card is capable of doing.
I feel like I should have done that one last.
Like, to the point where you would, like, fall off of the carriage, of the wagon, if there wasn't, like, a little bit of a support thing in place. Like, holy fuck, what did... Like, you just got downloaded with 50 terabytes of books. Like, what the fuck was that? This is... I'm actually gonna message you what this is.
Okay. Message me where?
Because I'm not gonna... Because, yeah.
You don't want to say it out loud?
Fuck it, I'll say it out loud. This is a card, one card, from the deck of many things.
Oh, so how do I put that in my...
Deck of many things.
Okay. So
you might not be able to add it in your inventory specifically, because that...
I mean, it is on here.
It refers to the deck as a full set. You are...
It is on here to add, though.
Yeah, but you don't have the full deck, is what I'm saying.
But you didn't make the card, and I...
Nope.
I'll just write it down for now.
Just write it down.
Yeah, hold on, let me erase what it is on here, and just write what it actually is.
And you are. I'll give you
But it's made
the
of
basic.
stone?
I'll give you the basic rundown because you know how it's supposed to work.
I know about the deck of many things.
Well, now that you know what it is, now you do.
So it's deck of many things card.
Yeah. Usually, this card is.
We could end the universe right now.
We really could. It's usually
Season 2, let's go.
It's usually found in a deck of others like it, of like 22 or 20 cards. I forget exactly how many. And each card is destined to change the fortune or outlook of whoever draws the card, turns it over, and looks at whatever the other side lays. Whatever the other side has. And then whatever future or prediction that card has will happen to that individual.
So you have to actually look at it?
Yes.
Like, you can't just look at it but choose not to use it?
Correct. You look at it, it happens to you.
Alright.
This is a very, very rare, very old, very dangerous thing.
What you looking at?
Which thankfully you haven't flipped it over yet.
Yeah. Okay, so but it was made of stone, right?
It's made out of some
was it paper but it looked like stone?
ivory.
Ivory.
Like a piano key, but really, really, really thin.
But it's not bendable or anything, right?
There's a slight bend. Very, very slight.
Hey, Shiima, what are you looking at? Is that thing important? It looks like rubbish.
It could be extremely dangerous. Please do not touch it or look at it.
I mean, that sounds like a dare, but fine.
Okay, so what was on the side that I did see again?
Do you look at it?
No, just the side that I saw, the back side or whatever.
You just see the backside of the card.
But it's just white ivory. Then?
It's blue. It's blue ivory with the stars. Yeah.
Okay. So ivory.
Like that's what the back of the card looks like. You don't know what the other side looks like. You do know that this card is active, meaning if you look at it, something will happen. And it's like 1 out of 22 possible outcomes. You don't know which one, and there's no way of finding out what it is, because this item is meant to be chaotic, and you cannot understand what fate is.
Okay. I extremely quickly put that in my bag.
Is Shiima normally your quartermaster? Because she has all the things right now.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there with like a pile of things and a dead body next to me.
Next item.
And I got dead stuff piled on the dead guy too. Or I mean, items piled on the dead guy. Okay, next item.
I mean, she has the dead bodies, and I don't even think she wants them.
So I got 2 blue vials. I don't know if they were supposed to be the same.
Well, let's find out. You take some time to check out what one of the vials does, and it is a potion of animal friendship. The other vial is the exact same.
You'd befriend both Jeffries.
Yeah, I'll have to read all these items and see exactly what they do, but for now I'm just adding them to my inventory.
And then we get 2 new horses, Jeffrey and Jeffrey.
Okay, and then I have 3 purple vials of liquid. I don't know if those are all the same, but they might be.
Those are potions of lesser restoration.
I'm just napping this entire time.
I mean, it is late at night, I don't blame you.
And that I'm at 13 health.
So I have 3 of those.
The moon, Yalara, is very full in the sky. It is much closer to the planet, so it's really fucking big. It is just about ready to end its full cycle.
Okay, now we get to
Turn
all
off
the
the light.
weapons and stuff.
Alright, give me a weapon.
So, I have a long sword with runes on it.
Okay. This long sword, very, very beautiful. I'm gonna give you a paper for this one.
Oh, we printed out one for this?
Yeah. If you want to hand that to her.
To read more things.
I'd give you some ale for the road to help you drive, but I'm being stingy right now.
Was anybody here an elf or a half-elf?
Nope.
Well, then how are we supposed to use this? God damn it.
What is
Alright.
it?
Huh?
What is it?
You can say it out loud.
It's called a moonblade. And I guess this is its actual name, right?
Yeah. Moonblade and then whatever the name is.
Yeah.
Is it
right
something
next
you
to
made or is it found?
It's a D&D thing. But I had to, make it because of how the magic item is.
So its name is Arval. It's a legendary longsword, but it requires attunement by an elf or half-elf of at least neutral good alignment. So,
That sounds
So none
very
of us-
specific.
none of us can use it.
Did your
Shane
Sicily
shall
say...
never be here.
This is in D&D Beyond, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
add it.
you can add that to your inventory.
Is it just under Moonblade?
Moonblade, and then there'll be Moonblade, and then Moonblade that one.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. So I've got to add that to me since I can't give it to anybody.
I mean, anyone can add it. You just say here.
But they can't use it though.
No
I
one
mean, yeah. If
I'm
somebody
sure you
could
can use it as a regular longsword, but you can't.
Yeah,
You
but you
can't.
can't
Magical.
actually use it fully. Alright.
You know, if you find anything that's not worthwhile, I could probably sell it for you.
Possibly.
Maybe that card.
Alright. The next one was an ornate staff, and I wrote that it's
Hey.
probably not a weapon.
Okay, this is.
It looked too ornate to be a weapon.
It is a weapon, surprisingly.
Okay.
This is a Sky Blinder staff.
Is that all one word? Oh yeah.
Sky
All
Blinder.
one word.
Sky Blinder staff.
Okay.
Sky Blinder staff.
All caps, all
Do
italic.
you have a paper for that one?
Nope.
Okay.
It's not important enough. To
I
have
think
paper.
that one. I'll have to look at it, but that might have been for
You
silly.
just cast skywriting.
No, it casts the sun spell because that's blinding from the sky.
My eyes!
My eyes. Okay. And then some elven chainmail.
Elven Chainmail. Yeah, it's just called Elven Chain.
Nice. Elven chain. Okay.
Wait, did you just find chainmail that's better than what I just made?
You made
Hindsight's a
chainmail.
bitch, isn't it?
I don't even
I
remember
cannot
where
believe
I found
the
that.
irony of the money I just spent.
Did you buy? Was it chainmail that you bought?
I made a bone mail.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but it's officially chainmail.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the chain shirt, isn't it? The elven chain.
Let me look.
Anyways, I think someone decided to wear the plate, half plate already.
Was that me?
That was you.
Yeah, that was me, I think. Because I only
doesn't-
had leather armor.
It does nothing for you.
Yeah, it didn't change any of my stats, but it's better than leather armor, though.
Not really.
Yes.
It didn't change your AC at all.
Your AC remained the same.
It would have changed my AC, except something else was changing my AC,
Your
I
dex.
think.
Your dex.
Leather
Yeah.
can benefit from dex. Plate and
Yeah.
half plate is a straight boost.
Yeah,
No,
and
half plate's
this
up to
one's
+2.
straight boost just matched your AC plus dex. So
Yeah, like if
you
my
can go back to your leather armor and do whatever you want with this one, if you want it. But yes, this is just called Elven Chain. It is a
Yeah, I
chain
already-
shirt.
I already got that added.
Let
Okay.
me know where we're going to camp. I'll take first watch.
The next one was just boots.
Boots.
I don't think you told me anything about them because I didn't write it down.
Okay, well I have to find them. Yeah, these are slippers of spider climbing.
How fitting we got them from spiders.
Scarecrow. The Jared's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with these? One, I don't have feet. Two, I can already walk on walls.
And then the last one is obviously for me, which is a heavy crossbow with runes on it.
+1 heavy crossbow.
Is it just called heavy crossbow?
Yep.
It should be heavy crossbow +1.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, sorry.
Crossbow heavy +1.
Which also has to be wielded with 2 hands, because it's heavy.
Yeah,
It's not
my current
hand
crossbow is also two-handed. The medium crossbow. So that's everything. So now you guys can talk while I read what all these things do.
I'm at 13 health. I'm like, y'all have fun.
Alright.
You do that, I'm just looking for something.
Oh, I've been talking to myself for a while now.
Yeah, all of that took 2 hours of travel time.
Sounds about right.
Alright, let's see. How do I... Oh, there it is.
Vaxxus, actually no, because a chain shirt is 13 plus dex. Your chain mail is straight 16, so it's actually not better.
Okay, I
So
thought it was something
you are
else.
in the clear.
You're net positive right now.
Is this better than what you have?
Oh, definitely.
It's just a +1 to AC while you wear it.
Anything that benefits from Dex is like a disease to me. So the louder, heavier it is, the more likely I'll probably want to wear it.
Just put yourself in a tin can, you'll be fine.
It's called plate.
Point me in the right direction. Tell me I had to be a knight to get some.
So
Nowhere that's not a podunk town. You'll be fine.
Multi-class into Artificer armor. You can just make it.
Be a blacksmith, I don't know.
Where does it say if you have to attune to these?
I don't know. Some of these you have to attune to.
Once you equip them, in your attunement slot, it'll give you a checkbox for it.
But
It should
doesn't
tell
say
you.
it, though, like-
It should tell you in the description of the item too.
Yeah, I'm trying to read.
Yeah, the blinder staff requires
Oh, yeah,
attunement,
it
the
says
sword
requires.
does, the crossbow doesn't, and the chainmail doesn't.
The ring of protection will.
I don't know, I didn't see
Protection
it.
will.
Well, let me check.
I don't think if the slippers do.
Okay, yeah, the ring does.
Slippers, dude.
Slippers do.
Oh, they look like Crocs
Yeah,
with spiders on
they
them.
do look
pretend to
like
be
tracers. But that's why I designed them to look like boots, because it just looks cooler that way.
+1 spell, -1 to fashion.
Would they fit on my
so
Tabaxi
comfy.
feet?
It's so ugly.
They auto-adjust, don't they?
They auto-adjust, yes.
Plus side of being blind. I don't have to see you wearing Crocs. You mean my big rubber masturbating shoes?
Is there any other things you wanted to identify?
No, that was it. I just need to read about them while you guys talk about stuff, I suppose.
I'm sleeping.
Alright. Did you two want to do anything while this trip is going on?
I'm just talking to Jeffrey and Jeffrey about how their day was while steering them.
Alright. Are you casting Speak with Animals to do this? Or
I think I already used it for the day, so I'm just talking to him.
Give him the item.
I'm going through the rubbish I have in my inventory. I threw the tentacle away because it's getting kind of ripe.
Okay. You just throw it up behind you.
Kind of like I did with the head that you'll never
swish.
know
I take the mummy goblin hand and I scratch my back with it, and I look at it, and I throw that at the cart too.
It's got some nice nails to it. Love it.
This potion of animal friendship looks disgusting.
But it's blue.
You say that
It's
out loud?
brown, actually. It's muddy, and it says it has fish scales, a hummingbird tongue, a cat claw, or a squirrel hair.
First of all, that's all good protein.
Yeah.
All natural.
Okay, so I did not know that.
I don't know.
Cannon, it's blue here. Back to scuff.
She must have rolled a 20 on her potion check there.
Probably.
I can cast that spell so somebody else can have this.
So who can use long swords? Was it you? Or was it you?
I mean, I
I
can,
can, but it doesn't really add anything that I wouldn't have
Unless
already,
it's-
other than look cool.
What's
Which I'm all
the
about.
damage ratio on it?
The damage is a D8 -2.
That's because your strength's -2.
And then but in parentheses it says a D10 -2 also.
That's
I think that's
if you use
if
it.
you're
It's versatile,
right?
so it's either you wield it one hand for 8, or you wield it two hands for 10.
that's two-handed.
Yeah,
My axe is 12.
And because your strength isn't the negative, that's why it's showing a -2 for you.
Oh, I see.
Unless it has additional
That-
damage properties, I can be proficient in anything, so I can just summon something else.
Now I'm asleep, so I won't say this in character, but the only thing I could really benefit from is probably that ring.
Well, I think any of us.
Or anyone
That's
can.
the
but
universal item there.
What item?
The ring of
The ring.
protection.
anyone
It
could,
looks like
anyone
a
could benefit from
shield.
it.
It's just a +1
Oh
to
my god!
AC
Well, no, it looks like a
What was
spider
it?
thing.
and saving
Oh,
throws.
the ring.
Oh, and saving throws?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think.
Yeah.
+1 to AC and saving throws while I'm wearing it.
Oh shit! I thought it was just AC.
I thought so too until I read it. I was like, oh shit. Okay.
I don't really have any ranged attacks. Boots would be kind of handy for me, so I can reach places that I otherwise wouldn't be able to.
Speaking of which, I just have a dry cough. It's allergies.
So would anybody benefit for the chainmail? The elven chain?
What's the chainmail?
It's just +1 to AC.
And if
Well,
you're,
it acts as a chain shirt, which is
Well, yeah, it's whatever it is plus 1.
13 plus your dex, maximum 2 plus 1.
So 13 plus 2. It would only give me 1. It's the same thing the ring of protection would do.
So it would put you at 16.
And which would render
If
it
you have high dex.
which would render it useless next level or next stat boost.
Shiima, what's your AC at now?
17.
Oh yeah, so this wouldn't even be all that useful for
Where
you.
do I see what armor I'm wearing?
Because Salic doesn't.
Alright, I'm wearing
I usually don't
Mithril
wear
half
armor.
I think the chain shirt is like it counts as light armor.
Yeah.
But I don't know if light armor and no armor is
No.
specific to
It's
him.
no
Well,
armor.
no, it says you're considered proficient with this armor even if you're not actually proficient. And this is medium armor.
Okay.
So it says
yeah, he wouldn't be able to wear it, otherwise it would fuck up his
you're like
stuff.
a wizard or something.
Because it
It'd be
is
awesome.
armor.
Me and him have
Oh, yeah,
unarmored
yes.
ability, which is based off of our con plus dex mods.
His abs is his armor.
Well, my abs are my armor. His flexibility is his armor.
So did either of you guys want it
It'd be
for
that'd be
the
same
chainmail?
AC.
As
Or-
I said, anything you can't use, or any of us, I would be
I'm just
More
trying
than-
to figure out who to give ones.
more than willing to sell if you give me a small cut of the proceeds.
Am I the highest AC in the group?
I have 14.
For now.
That's so ominous.
I'd want to give it
Mine
to
is
somebody
literally
that can
derived
catch
from
up.
my con and
I know.
dex.
It was either going to be like, either I'm going to get higher or I'm going to make sure she dies. So I didn't know which one you're
Maybe little boy.
So I guess if y'all want to decide who gets that armor.
Gagool speaks up. If nobody wants these items, you're more than welcome to sell them in the village. We'll give you a fair price for them.
The ghoul is just repeating what I said. It's like no one listened.
Did somebody hear that? It sounded like a fly from the back row.
Kulkras just went, oh, what? No?
Alright, we're leaving
So-
early. He can walk back.
I'm already in the cart.
I
So
turned
all
around
you
from the
guys-
front of the cart. Jeffrey had a good idea. He said we could sell this back in the village.
Good job, Jeffrey.
That horse knows what he's talking about.
Okay,
Why did I think of that?
so the staff is a quarterstaff, so Salic will get that for sure, right? Because he uses quarterstaffs, doesn't he?
He does.
So that would
Could it
probably
all,
be.
does it
for
also have the same weapon?
It is. It
quarterstaff's
counts
D-
as a quarterstaff.
So
it is. So
D8, D10
It's a
as well?
Yeah,
staff.
I think it was +1 as well.
It's a +1 bonus to attacks and damage rolls.
And he gets the power of the sun.
While holding
he can,
it, you gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls also.
He can switch that up between his lobster claws and staff.
Lobster cross.
yeah.
You can use it against flying creatures and blinding with light.
If a spider were to jump
Change
at
something
me,
good for her too.
would that be considered a flying creature?
Only
Absolutely.
for a few seconds.
May I have that staff?
Certainly.
Thank you.
I'll keep it in my inventory now, though.
Okay.
Until he's actually here to put it in
Okay,
his inventory.
alright, in game, he takes it from
he has the staff. Alright.
In game, I'm.
Did you say you wanted the slippers? Or
No, because
the spider climbing?
That was
Okay.
Orlin.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah,
You could have these slippers of spider climbing.
Like I said, I designed them to be boots, but if you want them to be slippers,
Yeah.
go right ahead.
he's like, no, I'm taking them as Crocs. goddammit. I will be the tracer I was meant to be.
They work on everything except for ice and oil.
I did not know that.
Because those are already slippery, so they would take away the stick to the walness.
It also means you can't get out of the tub.
Out of a wet tub.
They're not very good bastards.
damn slippy slides.
I will spend an hour of the journey to attune to them.
Alright. They fit to your feet fantastically. At first you're like, these are too small, but over the course of an hour, it seems like the
That's the sound
leather
it makes
just
too.
expands, and your foot is able to slip inside and form to your foot. Very comfortable. You are not going to get any blizzards from these.
What does the lesser restoration spell do? Because the potion again just says this has the effect of the lesser restoration spell,
Okay, well,
but it doesn't say
it
what
gives-
it actually does.
alright, well, if you look up the spell, lesser restoration.
I already looked up all these items.
I know, but you asked, I will answer. It basically clears an individual of a status effect, so like blind, poison, paralyze.
I can walk again.
Yeah.
Not that paralyzed.
Okay, you touch a creature and can either end one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poison.
Well, I want to see if I know that spell at all.
You should.
I think eventually.
What level would that be? At first level?
2.
I don't think I have access to second level yet.
Okay.
I
Well,
only have-
eventually.
Eventually.
I only have first levels.
I think Artificers can only get up to level 5.
Yeah, they are half casters.
That's why I want to be a wizard. Okay, so I have 4 potions of lesser restoration
Nice.
that I hold up
Each take one.
for people to take if they want.
I'm literally asleep. My character's.
I mean, we got a whole journey to do this, so I'm assuming at some point
Well,
we talk
are you
to each
going to be
other about
asleep
it.
the entire trip?
Yes, I'm trying to get a long rest.
I will take one if you are offered.
Okay.
I don't need charity.
I'm gonna make notes for Salik's
I just
character.
expect that one point to be like shoving shit in the Kulkras pockets.
Yeah, I'll just
give him-
set one on
Here's
you.
here's your coin for the
You want
mission.
the next
Yeah, I'll
one?
take one.
Okay.
It's like
So that's
it's like the Tooth Fairy. You just shove it under your pillow.
Huh? What? What's this?
In my world, you want to avoid the Tooth Fairy. They will steal teeth from your mouth.
So,
Fucking Faye.
I was gonna say, so the actual Tooth Fairy
Yeah.
that ate your bones starting at the teeth.
Yeah.
Fairy tales were not fun.
Nope. Especially the Celtic ones. Or the German ones. Or the English ones. Wow, they're all bad, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Fairy tales weren't meant to inspire. They were meant to. Well, they were. They were meant to inspire fear for kids to behave.
Greek fairy tales were worse.
Or Robin Williams' ones. If you're not good, chain
Okay, so magic items are passed around.
almost.
Almost. Okay, never
like
mind.
3 more.
We still
Never
have
mind.
stuff to do. Hold on. Okay, I had to delete those.
I had to delete those.
Yeah, because I didn't keep any of them. Alright, so I have. I then hold up 2 vials of. These are potions of animal friendship. They last for 1 hour.
I envy Kulkras. He fell asleep somehow. I don't know how he did it.
tired. I took most of the damage.
I would like to keep one of these potions of animal friendship. So if somebody else wants one.
Just take it. Get
Salic,
into a
would you
conversation
like
with a bunch
one?
of vultures.
If nobody else wants one, then I will take the other.
Then someone gets it. I'm writing it down too.
So,
for
okay.
ideas. Just so I remember why I still have it in my inventory. That it's not actually mine yet.
You could also make a small list too and just put
That's
it
what
in
I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I like how it is the animal kins who are taking the potions of animal friendship.
They're starting to club.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mark that he has that staff. Oh yeah, I already have that sky line.
Silic's got the stick.
No fleshies allowed.
He's got a spell that can do it.
Scalies or furries only. He is just pretending to be what
I am visibly offended.
That means he automatically has to get the potion to me because he already called me Lizard Man. Even though that's not what I have.
Racism permeates D&D.
I mean, I'm not gonna say yeah.
So that I hold up
And it's a
a
problem with
finger.
goblins right now.
I hold up a
This is a
finger
playable
with
class.
a ring on it.
And drow.
That it's supposed to say.
Drow are supposed to be evil.
I hold up a finger with the ring of protection on it, and I say this will give anybody that attunes to it a +1 to their armor class. I do not need it
beat out
because
of them every
my
time
armor
she
class
did it.
seems to be the highest.
Salic?
Yeah, what's Salik's AC?
It's fairly high. The
I think
Gagool
he's
is
the
just
second
like
highest, right?
rubbing his chin beard, going, such meta concepts. I've never heard of such AC saving throws.
That's why I said
I-
armor class, because armor class would make more sense.
Well, if you had strategized better, maybe you wouldn't have got captured.
Maybe if you had an AC,
Go talk to your horse.
Do you believe this guy, Jeffrey?
He has you there. Orlin's more than just his money.
Billionaire playboy with a rifle and the wrist with an suit of iron.
I think the half-orc should get it.
You want the ring of protection.
I can't say anything. I'm asleep.
Oh, right.
I'm literally asleep.
Just put it on
Well-
him. He won't know any better.
But it is now.
Does that hour nap count as
I'll
attunement?
keep that in like a regular pocket and ask him about it when he wakes up.
I am tempted to say yes, but I will hold off for now.
Yeah, you
And
greedy.
nobody wants the elven chain, or just you? You're the only one that
I
can use
just
it?
wanted to sell it.
Oh, you want to sell it?
Literally everybody can use it because it counts as
Yeah, because
protection.
it can go for anybody. That
Yeah, but you're wearing plate. You're wearing
Well,
plain
I'm wearing chainmail,
I thought you were wearing plate.
but it comes out to be a wash.
I thought you had split.
Whatever it is, it's a wash.
That's right. We were looking for that other guy's plate mail so you could jack it.
Nope, I have chainmail.
Okay.
So chainmail. The two, Salic and I, are unarmored. So the only things that can really benefit us
Well,
are
maybe we could. Does it say
The
in here
ring,
how much it would cost if
cloak.
we try to sell it?
I can use a shield, but
Not
that also means I
there,
couldn't use my
but
shield.
I have prices for pretty much everything.
Well, there's a bunch of magic items back in the village too. Maybe we can do some swaps.
Maybe.
Tradesies.
Alright, so I'll just hold on to that for now.
If you want to try to guesstimate the appraisal of the elven chain,
I would like to, but I don't know.
Would I be able to do that since I was a merchant?
sure.
No,
Give,
my character will wake up and all of a sudden put on glasses.
Make
Then you break out like an abacus.
Shiima, make an investigation check with advantage because
How do we roll again? How does this work?
Vaxxus
Okay,
is helping you.
investigation with what advantage?
You
Advantage.
take these things called
So-
D20s?
Roll two d20 and take the
Try
higher.
rocks and then you drop them. Okay, so that'd be 12.
What's investigation?
18.
18. That's pretty high.
Yeah, decent.
I just want to check one piece of information before I give you anything solid.
Well, it's just a guesstimation anyway.
Yeah, but you also rolled pretty high. Yeah, something like this. An item like this, you would know, Vaxxus, that armor is more rare than weapons. Having something that can keep you alive, it's kind of like saying like
Death is everywhere.
like defense is the best offense in this capacity, and therefore it is much more.
Well, I know it's more material.
Price.
More material goes into making armor than a weapon.
More
Kulkras sneezes.
material and more
This is a rare
material, more time, and a lot of expert craftsmanship to make something to keep you alive, especially if it's magically infused, which this is. It can be sold easily for 1,000 gold.
Well, the way we're going through it does make us rich at all.
Now, I promise you I could get a lot of money for this if you allow me to sell it.
I would it persuasion or selling.
I could sell anything if you give me the chance.
I'll
Make
give-
it.
And why is
I'll
that?
give you a chance.
Because I used to sell things for a living. What little living that was. I was terrible at crafting things. Hell, that was why I went out of business, because I couldn't make anything myself. Too heavy-handed, too clumsy.
Well, you seem to handle yourself just fine nowadays. But I would like to see you sell some things. Because you're only okay at delivering business. No offense.
He's trying to sell something so leaks in the corner.
I have come over my PTSD for the moment.
I have a question. So, scroll down. So, like, I got stuff that's green, which is, I think, that's uncommon. And then blue is rare. So then, does the Moonblade, which is orange, that's one of a kind, like, extremely rare, right?
That is legendary.
Oh, so orange is legendary?
I guess.
Or artifact, I think they call it.
Artifact. It's either
Oh, yeah, it does
legendary
say-
or artifact.
Okay, yeah, it's legendary. Okay. Would I be able to come up with a possible price from that?
Sure, make an
Help,
investigation
I
check
guess.
at advantage if you wanted to help her out.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And then I guess I would tell her how much it is essentially.
20, not natural.
30.
Dirty 20. Alright. Let me check something real quick.
I have a whole bunch of stuff to erase.
Okay. Something like that. Very hard to sell. Just in like any town because of how much it could be potentially worth. Like,
It's about as much as the chainmail, trust me.
this is something you both come up
Can I do
with.
an insight check on that?
I'll roll,
This is something you both come up with, but yeah, sure.
I'll roll deception for that.
I do.
Sure.
That's with a D20, right? What I do? I haven't done an insight check before,
Uh,
I don't think.
Well,
Insight
Should be done,
is
if you're
wisdom.
not, yeah, it's based off your wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh no!
So I, just, so I only add.
The one thing you're good at.
I only add wisdom.
You don't even bother rolling.
I rolled a 2.
What'd you roll?
A 1. You rolled a 1.
I rolled natural 1, but she beat me.
I rolled a 2.
What's your deception?
You both have like this
Plus
moment.
7, so it's still an 8. I mean,
But
if
it's,
natural
but it's
fail,
a natural
fail,
one,
right?
though.
You both
I
have
have
this
a plus
moment
one.
of like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
of knowing.
I do like a squinty eye stare at him for a while.
like that's a bad joke. You
Sure,
do,
he rolled a 1, but you only rolled a 2. That's not saying
It's just my modifier's bigger, that's all.
you do know, based because you guys rolled so high, that they're on the last one, not for this one. There are two individuals of the Arcane Imperium who would love to pay the dollar for an artifact level like this, and that
Is one of them in a trench coat?
Alright.
maybe.
Well, I don't have any Arcane Imperium knowledge, so I wouldn't know that, right?
Yeah, you would. I mean, their names are blasted over the Vox box a lot. Like you would hear them on the radio, essentially.
Is that what they call it?
Vox box,
The
yeah.
Vox box is the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what drives you in this world, but I'm pretty sure you know I'm lying about the price.
Philip.
But
It's
I
not
don't
the-
sleep. I don't know if money is one of your goals, but I think if we
Money
find
is always a goal.
very well, but if you allow me to sell this item for you, you could very well be richer than Orlin. He's just sitting there. Huh? I'm trying to say it softly. Keep that in mind.
Wait, are you driving?
Yeah.
Are you driving?
No, he's right.
No, are you driving? Oh, so we're in the back of it. Gotcha.
Alright.
Yeah, I would assume
But
you
I
only
couldn't
need one
remember
person
who
to
was
drive.
driving first.
Yeah, it can seat two up front, but it doesn't have to be two. I'll say the ghoul is hanging with you. Alright, so the two individuals in the Arcane Imperium who would most fervently be interested in these items are Headmaster Enith Domloren.
So it's okay if I know that, though?
Yeah,
Like I said,
like you both would know
My
this.
character doesn't really know the arcade.
No, but like I said,
So-
you listen to the radio a lot, and where you were. It's hard not to. You don't actively think about it, but because you rolled so high on investigation, this is part of it.
When I have visited this place on my journeys,
The Arcane Imperium?
Yeah.
No.
wouldn't I have gone there though at least the one time to be examined, however though?
You were actually examined in town once it was established your lack of magical talent, and it was just your other abilities. You're essentially just given a pass. Like, okay, you're fine.
Just listen to advertisements in between the radios. We'll be right back with the band Tumbling Boulders in just a moment.
Kinda.
Now your message from the Arcane Imperium.
That's what that is.
This is Headmaster Enith Domloren.
Is that it?
Eneth.
I feel like all these words are off like
Domloren.
Yeah. Domlaren.
But there's like a magical radio that they have throughout the kingdom. In certain
It's
areas.
not magical. It's essentially a radio, but they call it a box.
Oh, so it's actual like technology that exists.
It's like the oldest radio that you can think of. Why people talk like this over the news stations?
It's like
You
the
know how
step above the
expensive those
telegraph, I
microphones
guess.
Kinda, yeah. They are the Arch Arbiter of Arcane Reclamation.
How many A's in that title?
AAA. Yeah, you're gonna hear Arcane title a lot.
You said Art Arbiter of what?
Arch Arbiter of Arcane Reclamation.
Arcane Attribution.
We'll just call it Artie.
Alright.
And Headmaster Vanosia Kensek. Oh, sorry. Vasonia. Vasonia.
What's the last name?
Kensek. Kensek. Arch Arbiter of Arcane Antiquities.
That name generator is working overtime for
I
you.
know, yeah.
He said, no, wait.
I know a red-headed elf barmaid who'd be very impressed with the sword.
Okay, so I think...
Was that a thing between you and her or something?
Totally.
Make a deception check.
She just wants to see his sword. Do you want me to roll insight for them?
Sure.
Yes, almighty one.
That was good.
5.
So I don't know if I can actually use that.
Lying is not my specialty.
You sense he wants to believe it.
You're being that creeper. Good for you, boy.
Do you remember who I was, according to my sister?
Good for you.
So the heavy crossbow, I don't think I can actually use it because I'm only good with. Well, I don't know. It says firearms and simple weapons.
Firearms? Does it say that?
Yes.
There is a note on the
That's an option.
Sure,
But it's a
that's
heavy.
optional.
It's a
if the
heavy
DM approves it.
thing, though. Like, am I only able to use like medium or light weapons, or is it okay
It
to use
says
a heavy
okay.
weapon?
It says simple weapons
Are you able
on
to
D
use
and D
simple?
Beyond.
Would a heavy crossbow be like a
Yeah,
martial weapon? then?
firearms and simple weapons.
No, are you able to use something?
Yeah.
So then, yeah, you can use it.
Hold on. Let me
Heavy
check.
martial.
I don't know.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, heavy is a ranged martial weapon, so unfortunately, no, you would not be able to use it.
Well, you could use, but have your proficiency bonus.
What is a martial weapon used off of?
It's just a different classifications of weapons. There's simple weapons like clubs and smaller crossbows, and martial weapons, which are long swords, short swords, heavier weapons.
Well, right. What is it based? Is it still based off of dex, though?
Yes.
It could be, yeah. Yeah, all ranged weapons are based off of dex.
So say I have a +2 in dex.
That's
don't
why
know if
I use
have,
it, because I have the highest dex.
I forget which.
Battlesmiths get martial weapon.
Aren't you proficient in range?
Yeah.
Hey, good one.
Yeah.
Well, what's your dex?
0.
Zero.
1 plus 1.
Let me.
+1, so
Yeah.
it's at 12.
That,
12 or 13.
it might not actually be too bad for you.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for.
Or even, what the hell would
Even
that
Salic.
be?
So I was a
I
little
think
bit
you can use
confused.
martial.
Apparently, I do have
Oh,
a
yeah.
light crossbow, not the medium one.
Okay.
'Cause I
What's
think-
your dex bonus?
'cause wasn't there a light, medium, and heavy?
go
There's a
Take it.
hand crossbow,
Yeah.
a light crossbow, and a heavy crossbow.
Oh, so light sort of is the medium. Right, okay. It's
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah.
Alright, but then I guess I'll have to sell the heavy crossbow, because I mean, unless somebody wants a heavy crossbow.
That would be good for him, I think. 'cause
Yeah, I
you
can
get
use
a
martial
range
weapons and simple weapons.
Oh, okay.
+2 hit is still good. Does my rage counter on? No, so that's
No,
me.
that's melee attacks only.
Well, you're proficient with
It'd be
it, so
funny as hell. Ah, damn!
it's a +1 weapon, then you add your +2 strength, and then you add your proficiency bonus, so it should be +5 total for you.
No, +2 for my dex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 2, and then it's a +1 weapon,
So 3.
and then your proficiency.
So 5.
Yeah.
No, but you said plus my strength. I'm like, no, that's
Yeah,
not.
I heard
Okay.
that too. I was like, wait, no.
What weapon did you have right now?
Great eyes.
Oh, an axe, right. How much does that do for damage?
D12.
Oh, okay. So this does a D10.
Right, but this would be a ranged.
Yeah.
So I would use it.
So, yeah, you can have that then.
Yeah, it's so
Unless-
like
unless we
You
want to
just guys keep piling shit on me while I'm asleep. I wake up. What the hell?
so like whenever that meme where the barbarian would be great against the dragon if it would land. Fuck you!
The dragon. Wait, what?
Okay, so I'll give
It's
that
also
to you.
I like Grog's thing, you know, that chain that he could throw his fucking great axe.
Yeah,
Oh, the
yeah.
chain of returning.
Yeah. You'd have to make that.
Okay, so
Fire
you're
or
getting
whatever.
the ring of protection when you wake up.
There's gonna be a little note next to you that says you're welcome.
Brendan,
No,
what
he's-
language?
The second he wakes up, I just dump it out and be like, here you
What the hell?
go.
Yeah, it's written in Elven. I can't read this.
Actually written in Sylvan. I don't know.
I still can't read it.
I can't read ye old Elven.
So, are you gonna add that to your inventory now, though?
Yes.
Okay, so you have Ring of Protection, the
Slip it on his pinky.
heavy crossbow.
His pinky toe.
You're the main tank, and then Orlin can be the off tank, and I'm the off tank.
What was that potion again?
That one was you gave lesser restoration.
Yeah, you had one. You took one of those, or we tossed one.
That
on
one I
you.
physically wrote down. Just to...
That is still corked, but in your mouth as you're sleeping. Open mouth snore.
It's like a binky.
Alright, now I think we're finally done with the items. I just have to do something.
Here comes the griffin.
I think it's about time to set up camp.
What time is it?
It's pushing 1 a.m., but it's only a 2-hour ride
A 3 hours
to the tribe, so you could sleep there.
Did we make it? We made it all the way to the valley in one day.
Yeah, you guys left at around noon.
Yeah, so
4 hours there, a few hours in the valley, a few hours to leave the valley, and then 4 hours back.
Alright.
So yeah, you'll be getting back at around like 2 a.m.
in D&D Beyond, it's crossbow heavy plus 1.
Oh yeah, I also have 2 antitoxins. I forgot about those because they're
not get poisoned.
advantage on saving throws against poison for 1 hour.
Got a bunch of poison if you want to change it.
I don't know, I might just hold on to those for now.
Cure what ails you, eventually.
Actually.
Just power through till 2 a.m. or whatever.
Alright. Burning the midnight oil, you guys continue towards the Rupert Watch tribe for the next 2 hours.
I'm like, I can't see shit.
That's why that goal is next to you, guiding you. It's like, oh, we're gonna turn here, big ass rock in the road.
Vaxxus, am I going the right way? You're doing fine. There's like a giant tree over the
As he knocks back a bottle that's been empty for like the past 20 minutes, but he still keeps trying to drink out of it. Assumingly. Unless you want to say otherwise. But eventually you guys do make it to the outer edge of the village. Everyone has bunkered down for the evening. Torches are lit around, just because. And you guys are waved down and met by an orc that you recognize. This is the shaman of war, Lash, the female orc.
I wrote that
Oh
one
yeah,
down.
I know. Lash Fin River.
Lash Fin River.
And we saw that person at the main gate when we came back.
Yeah, well, there's not a gate, it's just an open thing. But she is the first one that grabs your guys' attention. She's holding a torch. Well met and welcome back. Hey, Lash. I see that you've made it back. Are the others with you? Yeah,
Sleeping next to the corpse.
they're with us. What's left of them?
You look like one of the corpses.
Their bodies are with us, but their souls are with Luthic now.
Yeah, it's with Luthic as I start trying to wrap them.
Lash gives
Sadly, we lost one.
Lash gives it a grim look, but nods. I understand. Thank you all for this task. We may ask more of you in the morrow, but for now, please come to our lodge. Rest for the evening. You can leave your horses here. We can feed them and tend to
to them.
Come on, Jeffrey.
You will also be paid and compensated by our chief tomorrow. In the meantime, I would like to ask, is there any among you who are proficient in the art of medicine or tending to the sick and wounded? I can give it a shot. I have this nifty kit with bandages.
Hold on, I gotta check my
If somebody has an open wound, I can help.
Salic speaks up. I think I can help accommodate that. Anyone want to join me?
Sadly, I'm all tapped out for the day.
I just remembered I have something to do over here.
I'll go help.
I left my laundry on.
Alright,
For your
aren't you
charge
trained
on
in medicine? Proficient in medicine?
Where would that be?
Under your proficiencies.
Where's that?
Middle of your screen.
This thing? This is proficiencies
Right.
in languages, right?
Right, no.
It'll be next to your
Oh.
stats.
Oh yeah, I am proficient in medicine, yeah.
Okay,
So I guess I could help.
if you want.
Just
It's
like-
your choice.
Would I have to use,
You don't know.
like, tools for
You
it?
don't. You don't know.
That's why I prefer to not help.
I mean, you can ask.
I don't know.
What sort of emergency requires our attention?
Well, we have some returnees from Langdale in the west. One of them, well, they didn't come back right, and we just want to make sure that his wounds are tended to. And maybe give him a mental health check.
We do have some potions of lesser restorations that we could possibly administer today.
If you are willing, we would be grateful.
I'm walking off toward a spot toward the river, but I would assume I would overhear some of that. Am I familiar with Langdale at all?
You are. Langdale is an older...
It's probably on the other half of the map.
No, it's on this map.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about 4 or 5 days away from where you currently are. It is a fairly new settlement by like 5 or 10 years. You haven't been there. You've been to the nearby Venzer, and you're more familiar with that place. But you've heard that Langdale is a primarily mining colony or settlement.
Well, for those of you who are interested in helping with our wounded, follow me. Others, you know where the communal tent is.
I suppose I'll go with to look at the guy.
Alright.
I
Salic
don't
will also
know if I'll
go.
be able to help though.
Alright, you're going? Alright. So, Shiima, Salic, and Orlin make their way over. That ghoul slaps you in the stomach, Kulkras, to wake you up.
Do I wake up?
I don't know, do you? Yes, you...
I was gonna say, how hard does he slap me?
Does a 22 hit?
Not with that ring.
Would it be an advantage because he's asleep?
Trying to get a crit.
Nope. Yes, he slaps you, he wakes you up, and you awaken with a handful of potions on you and a heavy
And
crossbow on your
you
lap.
don't know what they are either. You
Did
have
you-
to ask me.
Did you give him the ring too?
Yeah.
And there's also a ring.
The ring on my finger?
Yeah. You would have to ask me what they are.
You had a wild night in Vence, don't you remember?
Oh. Did I win?
Yeah,
You're married now.
don't worry. I'm a good cook.
He slaps your shoulder and gets off the car and just leaves you there.
And you wake up next to 2 dead bodies as well.
Those bodies
I
have
carried one of them.
those bodies have been moved by other orcs that shown up to deal with their
Speaking
dead.
of that, I would like to ask whoever it is that's taking the dead bodies to take the elf body, but not bury it or do anything to it, but they can,
Don't eat it!
they can wrap it or something if they want, but don't bury it, don't destroy it in any way.
What you see as the orc's ears sort of twitch a little bit at the mention of elf, and there's a tinge of like,
But that's a delicacy.
Of course, we will treat them respectfully.
This person was part of my organization. I already forgot the other word. So at the library,
that works.
yeah, they're part of my organization. So I still need to possibly look at the body and also let my organization know because I believe they might be looking for this person.
Not a problem.
They point you into like the direction of a gray roofed cabin.
That is where we will be taking the bodies tonight.
Which side of the river is it on?
It will be on the
south
south side, so the side that you guys are currently on.
And then I'll ask, where is the sick person? Are they on this side of the river or the other side?
Lash tells you that it's on the other side, so you all would have to cross the river on that bridge, and then split off. Which, fast tracking, unless there's anything that you guys want to do in the meantime.
I was going to do something before we go to sleep, but I can wait till everybody else is done.
Okay. In the meantime, we will cut over to this
And then cross the mile long bridge.
this sort of like medical tent made with fur, hides, and leathers on the outside. Inside there are a handful of patients that just seems to have superficial wounds. It seems like this hunt just seemed to have been
It's a bunch of paper cuts.
a little more intense.
Are they wounded from the fishing event?
Lash speaks up.
Yes, this was the last night of the full moon, and usually the hunts are a lot more intense. Thankfully, we did not lose any tonight.
Thankfully, Sleek wasn't there.
That as well.
As she hears this meta voice in her head.
Figured he could hear you. He was right next to you guys.
No, because I woke up and I was like,
Yeah, he's
what's
not
all-
there.
what's all this stuff? Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I've basically gone off and like started contemplating the ring. Just
you must have gone to the tent then. Never mind.
I have no medical knowledge.
Well, yeah, you and
I just
went back to the inn, right?
I went over by the river pretty much.
Yeah, he's got to do something at the river, which we'll get back to in a moment. But you three, you two and Salic, find yourselves. Actually, I'm gonna change the music to.
But this is sad, possibly dying music.
Yeah, but that's not what's going on.
Just play the sound
Yes.
effects. Oh no, we lost the patient.
Ow!
He says extreme diarrhea.
Extreme.
It's called dysentery.
You find a separated room with two orcs that are sitting down with like bandages across their heads and arms, and one orc who is like strapped to a medical bed, or less, even though the bed is made of like tan and wood. And he is just like he's foaming at the mouth a little bit.
He's fine.
So, he has been like this ever since these. Well, do you want to tell the story?
And one of the two guys, he gives like a solemn nod.
I am Merrick. I am part of a trading group led by our chief's second, Kardash. We were supposed to go to Langdale to trade. They have precious metals that we do not have access to. Whenever we got there, the town was odd. An odd haze seemed to befall the entire town. The people were ecstatic and joyful, blissful even. And it was kind of weird and creepy, I'm not gonna lie. And they were all wearing these sickly yellow robes to diffuse the sun. At least that's what they said. We joined them for an Eve's celebration. It seems that they were getting ready for a month-long party. Good for them, I suppose, but we were there for business, not pleasure. Our chief's second, not wanting to be rude to our guests, decided to join them. We all drank, we all ate, we were merry. But the next day, two of our members had an oddness about them, a willingness and elation to work with the townsfolk for that day, even though I could have sworn that that day marked the beginning of a month-long celebration. Perhaps I'm misremembering, but that's fine. We work with the town from time to time. Perhaps our leader just wanted to do more for the town. And one of ours, and he motions over towards the guy who's foaming at the mouth, also wanted to join them in the fields to till crops.
Oh yeah.
We went along with speaking to the mayor to access trade. The mayor was not interested in trading for whatever reason, so we decided to leave. But our traveling leader, Kardash, he did not want to leave. He practically beat the shit out of me and my companion here as we tried to force him out. He's kind of the chief's second for a reason. We were able to get our friend Kermore with us. Motions again with to the guy who's foaming at the mouth. We had to knock him out and drag him away from the town. Whenever he awoke, after we got about a day away, well, this is how he woke up, and he's been like that for the past 2 days, and we were dragging him home, and we haven't been able to get him to stop. Lash looks at you and goes, "So..."
What was the person's name again? That's going crazy.
Kuromur. Keromur. Kuromur.
Kermore.
Kermit.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I'm done.
Well,
I'm free!
I guess before Salic or him do anything, I want to try to cast message. But I'm just gonna talk to the person and just say, "Kurover, can you hear me? Are you in there at all?"
As you, how far away are you doing
I'm
this?
just standing right by his bed, so.
Okay, you look at him and you speak the words to him, but you don't get a response. You just get this feral sense about him. That's all that you can really see. There hasn't been any change in his demeanor.
At least he didn't, scream in my brain.
Why would he?
That wasn't me talking about.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well, all I can do is a medicine check, so Salic, Do you have anything you can do for him?
I am unfortunately tapped out at the moment, but I can assist you with that medicine check.
You do have the lesser restoration potion that I gave you. Okay, but first we have to see if that would help.
Agreed. I shall assist you.
Do you have anything?
It's beyond my expertise. I was just hoping it'd be a cut or a stab or something that I could fix.
Well,
Next to the
can
corner
I do
kicking
a
rocks.
medicine? Well, what's Salik's medicine? Is he proficient in?
He is. That's why he's in.
What's his proficiency?
I don't know. I don't have access to that at the moment. I
Let's
can like.
see if his would be better than
I
mine.
can tell
It's
you in a
like he
second.
could do the roll, but I could like roll for him, sort of,
Yeah, it's always nice that you can
Plus
look up-
4.
for medicine.
Yep.
You're not proficient, though, right?
No, it's just like
Oh,
he has plus 2
is
to wisdom and plus 2
Is he
to
proficient
medicine.
in it?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he should do it. So can I roll for him at advantage with like me helping him?
Sure.
And
Yeah.
just use his stats though.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it'd be +4. What's his what's it called?
Medicine check.
No. What's his proficiency bonus?
Plus 2.
So it's
So
2
it'd be
plus 2
6.
is 4.
We're all
That's why you're adding
level
plus
5.
4.
Oh, okay. Mine would be a 4 plus a 2, so I'm actually better.
Okay, so
So I am
I
better.
shall assist you with
Yeah, I
that.
think that's what
Okay.
he told me.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Alright. Now it's romance.
Oh, that's the level
Advantage?
3.
Yeah. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
So 3.
He's dying.
It's
8.
8.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. This is also not what you were initially expecting. So this
You've
is.
had 2 potions of lesser restoration. Take 2 of these.
So it is a lot to take in, and right now you're kind of stumped. You're not exactly sure what could. Like a million ideas come into mind of like maybe he got rabies, maybe he bumped his head and now he's crazy, maybe it's magic. Like
Yeah.
you're not exactly sure right
Have
now.
you tried horse dewormer yet?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna tell.
Should have one of the medics. Yes.
That was the first thing we tried.
Well, I'm gonna tell Rash. He seems to be at least stable, even though he's not sane.
He seems to be stable.
He seems to be stable, even though he's not exactly sane. He's not actively dying, it seems. So, is it okay if we come and check on him after we've rested? Then perhaps we could do more in the morning.
I suppose so. But thank you very much for, at the very least, looking at him. One of the 2 guards looks over at you, Orlin, and goes, I take it you haven't seen anything. A humanoid go feral before.
I have not, no.
Well,
Have
that
I,
off your bucket list, I suppose.
have I seen anything like that at my country?
Make a history check.
What is that?
19. I mean, there are those with like really strong animal kin blood who, like, they claim they go feral and wild during moon cycles, and like claiming that it equates to like going into heat. Essentially, it's all bullshit. You know better. Like, that's just an urban legend that someone made up. But that's really it.
Like, I can tell that this is totally different from that, basically.
Correct.
I'm gonna try and get Lash's attention.
Yes.
Of the people who were banged up from this evening's hunt, who's the highest ranking member in here?
I believe that would actually be, and she points to the...
Who has like a open wound or contusion or concussion?
She looks around and outside of this closed off portion of the room, and there are
couple dozen dudes in this room, and she's like, take your pick.
No enough status that you'd prefer to be back on their feet sooner than later?
They will be fine. They should be fine in the morrow.
You're just sitting there like, look, I'm looking for more open wounds. Do you have those?
I just walk up to the first bed where somebody has a physical wound and cast Cure Light Wounds on them.
Okay, roll some health.
Eeny, meeny, miny, you.
No, pick me.
All right. You find a younger, probably less experienced hunter, and you do put your hand on his shoulder that you can see has it is bandaged, but it is like crimson at this point. You put your hand on his shoulder gently.
Just slap him twice. Good game, buddy.
His eyes are closed. He's breathing heavy, and then you feel like this warmth extend from your chest down your arm to his shoulder, and at first his breathing is like deep and shallow. Now his breathing is a lot more regular. Still unconscious, but is a lot better because of that. Lash gives you a nod. Thank you.
My work here is done, but you didn't do anything.
So I just wanted to make sure that I heard Lash correctly. Merrick came back from the city, right?
Yeah, Merrick is the guy who explained everything.
Oh, okay. And then Kurama is the guy that's going crazy, right?
Yeah.
But Kardash is still back in the city?
Yes.
Or did he come back? Okay, so he stayed in that city.
Yeah. They tried to bring him out, but he's like stronger than them.
Yeah.
So he was working for them?
Seems
laboring for them?
Seems to be. Seems to be happy about it too.
I just say to myself, he may be under some kind of spell.
That is worrisome. And will most likely be the subject of topic tomorrow with your group, if you are willing to listen.
Merrick speaks up.
There was something else odd out there. It seemed that their church, their temple, was horribly defiled, but the people didn't seem to mind. I know it.
Did they not mind as in they never noticed? Or they noticed but they didn't care?
A little bit of both, it seemed. People would go in and pray, but not to any gods that I recognize.
What god did they worship?
They didn't say. Just the Enlightener.
Enlightener? It's a weird name.
I know, but
Have I ever heard of that name from the libraries?
Make a history check or a religion check.
What was the normal gods that this area worship? Like the 13?
The 12.
12.
I can get you those names if you
I
don't
got it.
have them.
I got it right here.
There
The
you
ones from Wildmont, right?
Yep.
John's on it over there.
What'd you roll?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You have not heard of the Enlightenment.
Okay.
Wow. For sure.
What are you looking at me for? I'm not there. No, I just said wow.
It sounds like heresy.
no kidding.
Did they have
I don't need your sarcasm.
No, I am agreeing with you. I just...
You just put on your
This
gear.
sounds like heresy, the orcs.
You just put he just put on his gear, John, over there. It's time for another crusade.
Boy, you're looking a while!
I've never heard of the Enlightener in any of our library books.
That is very disturbing.
Yeah.
Did this Enlightener have a symbol? Most gods have symbols.
It's a campfire.
Merrick speaks up.
Actually, Yeah, I don't know if you would call it a symbol, but the side of the church, amongst the stained glass windows, there was something new. It was a painting of sorts.
And he describes this symbol, a circular symbol, where you know what the yin yang is?
Yeah.
Good, like white, black.
Yeah.
He basically describes that, but with a third section.
So it's a triple.
Yeah, black, white, and red. And he even draws it on the ground in the dirt with like a twig. And you all see this symbol. Salic stares at the symbol.
To do it right, it comes out weird. Alright.
Lash speaks out.
Does this symbol mean anything to you?
It does not.
The name means nothing, so the symbol means nothing.
The symbol also means nothing to you. But even though you both come to this conclusion, you can't help but notice Salic staring at the symbol, and his eyes haven't moved away from it.
Salic, have you seen this before?
Huh? What?
Hey there, buddy. Want a
Insight
soda?
check? I don't know.
Sure. Make an insight
Or
check.
would that be insight? I don't know.
Try to gauge Salik's current mindset. Yeah, make an insight check.
What you trying to discern from?
One.
Not a goddamn thing, that's what.
Hard to tell. Something is up, because now you can see that Salic is... like, there's a measured sense of panic about him.
I don't think to ask for that city. What was it called again?
Langdale.
Langdale. What's the race of people? Is there a certain race that lives there, or is it like a mixed race city?
Are you asking me or the NPCs?
The NPCs, I suppose. 'Cause I've never been
Mostly,
there,
it's mostly a mix of humans, dwarves, elves.
Okay.
I think they have a dragonborn. I'm not sure.
Mostly, I was just trying to figure out if an elephant type person would live there and know about it, I guess.
Now, me asking, because Salic was looking for it, so this is just me in person.
Sure.
What town did he want to go to that we were subverting to mine?
He wanted to go to a place called the Deep Light Spires, which is not on that map.
Yeah,
It
that's
is-
farther
it is-
west.
I wanted to see if it was
Southwest of Bulbor.
I couldn't remember, and I wanted to see if it was just
it's
another
not
name
like
for
that.
that town.
Yeah.
So
There's just really got off there.
No, this is something new.
now something completely different.
Pretty
I had
much.
enough paper I could write that. Way over yonder or something.
So Salic speaks
the
up.
far, the other 18 holes.
It's on the front,
or
right?
the other 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front 9.
Orlin,
Yeah.
Shiima, I apologize, but I have to go.
Who said that?
Salic
Oh,
is.
Salic said that.
I am very sorry, but
Why? Why? Where are you going?
We're not good
Why?
if you
Ask that
must
question.
know, I am going to Langdale. Right now.
Why?
Some things are better left unspoken, but let's just say for now that I am searching for something.
Are you going to your death?
No.
Hit points you are.
I am going. If anything, I am going to something very pleasant.
You've had a long day, as if we all. I think you should wait till the morning after we've all slept and got
Smoke
more
bomb!
information.
Unfortunately, I would have to agree with you. I will say this. I will ask you this. Orlin, Shiima, is there anything that you would not do for family?
I think I would do for family.
That's not my question. Is there anything that you would do for your family? Anything that you would not do for your family?
There's nothing I wouldn't do for my family.
There is nothing that I would not do for my family.
That
is the only answer that I can give you at this time.
I'm just saying, you're going on foot and we're going to be on a cart in like 12 hours. We're probably going to catch you anyway.
Then I will meet you on the road. Fortune favors us. Lash! I apologize. Shaman of War, Lash. May I borrow one of your mounts?
Lash looks a little bit taken aback by this, and then he just hands her his potion of lesser restoration.
This may be able to help him. In fact,
he pours the potion of restoration down the dude's gullet.
Okay.
I will mark that off.
That's what he gets.
Hey, good.
And as he does, the guy does stop foaming at the mouth, and he is not thrashing anymore, but he is unconscious, stable, steadily breathing. Make a medicine check for Salic, please.
For Salic?
Yeah, well,
Or you mean
Salic is
on- or you
making
mean
a
on the
medicine
guy?
check. I want you to roll for it.
What was his
Plus
medicine
4.
again? Mine is higher though.
I know, but he's the one doing this.
Okay. Just regular?
He's hijacking the
Or just
moment.
regular though?
Regular.
No
plus
advantage
4.
or anything?
Just regular.
19.
he is stabilized. He should be fine. Now, Lash. War Shaman Lash. May I borrow a mount?
Very taken aback by all of this that is happening, Lash goes,
Yes. There's a giant lizard that we can lend you. Thank you very much. Orlin, Shiima, please give my apologies to the others, and if fortune favors us, we will meet on the road. I apologize for the abruptness, but I hope that you will understand. Good day.
he leaves. Salic has left the party temporarily. Lash is like,
Okay, well that just happened. Didn't expect that.
I'm very worried he's going to go end up like this guy.
He just got promoted to manager.
I kneel down to Saoirse and I say, our elephant friend is weaker than his physique would give off the impression of. I need you to follow him and keep him safe.
Saoirse gives you this head-cocked look, and Saoirse turns her. What color did we settle on her fur? I know I can see it,
Yeah, right
but
now
I want you to
It's
say
like a fiery red one.
her crimson form and follows after Salic, and you feel confident that she will keep him safe.
Hopefully I don't get too much shit. 'cause I
My
just lost
heart
half my
grew
power.
2 sizes after hearing this. It's like, if she dies, I can just make a new one.
She'll be back.
They always come back.
Except the Elven Barmaid.
She's more into half-orcs.
Well, then yes, if you would like to come by tomorrow to check up on him, I would be very thankful for that. And I hope that the spirits will guide your companion on whatever journey he is going. But you have done us a lot of help tonight, and I thank you. Please, get some rest.
I had a question about the church at the Langdale place.
Sure.
So I know they said...
Merrick's there. You can ask him.
I know they said that, it had basically graffiti on it for some mystery god. But I would like to ask him, what god did they used to worship?
From what I understand, it was a standard order of the 12 temple. So, all of them. All of the good ones, anyway.
And do you know, did anybody there say anything about when this all changed? From the Order of the 12 to this other Enlightener?
We were unable to find out, unfortunately. But we do make monthly pilgrimages. So this is a fresh development, I'd say.
So last month they were still worshipping the 12?
Yes.
Were there any new people in the town?
Not that we saw.
Okay. Nobody knew they claimed to be a leader or anything? Or a priest or anything like that?
No. They have 2 priests who sort of manage the temple. That's about it.
So literally nothing changed except for the god that they worshipped.
Correct. But then again, we did not stay in town for very long, and everyone was wearing those yellow robes, so maybe there was a hidden one and we just didn't see. There was also workers working at the mines. We did not go in there.
And did you say that there was some kind of mist or something?
Yeah, like a... You know how after a rainfall, there's a white fog that can blanket an area? It was like that, but blue. And we couldn't help but notice mushrooms growing everywhere.
Oh, that's blue with yellow rose.
Just a raven.
Don't diss on Ramadan like that.
Did you see... Did you see Borovar or Kardash eat any of the mushrooms?
Not any of the mushrooms specifically, but we did eat of their food. Now that I think about it, I did have bad gas afterwards.
Did you see anybody eating mushrooms that you saw, like the specific mushrooms you saw growing?
No. To be fair, there were, now that I think about it, there were a lot of party people that previous night. I think I saw some of them eat mushrooms, although I'm not sure if that was because those were the fun ones, or if they were just completely drunk and shit-faced. They just decided to eat whatever was there.
Did you
human parties are a different kind of party, alright?
Did you and your group...
Ain't no party like a human party.
Did you and your group walk in the blue mist?
Yeah, the blue mist seems to permeate the entirety of the town and a little bit of their fields.
Was the blue mist there last month when you were there?
No.
I kept telling him to turn down, he didn't know for what.
Well, this is definitely a mystery. Well, I'll have to think that in some, I believe.
Indeed.
And we may be going in that direction, so we could possibly stop in there and do some in-person investigating.
We would appreciate it.
So then, I guess I'll just head toward the inn, back across the river.
Alright. Do you join?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm trying to figure out where all this shit came from, staring at the ring.
Yeah, I get back to the ring, and to you, and I'm just like,
How long did that take then, by the way?
I mean, it takes 15 minutes to cross the bridge. I'll say 10 minutes to deal with that. So if you're still on the other side of the river...
No, I went to the place, but I'm just like... Gagool wasn't kidding when he said you were at some wild party. Just wake up in a bunch of shit, so you're like, crossbow's easy. What's the ring? Potion. You just like, yes.
You hear a cricket go, ha, what a dumbass!
Mother!
You're not sure if you actually heard that or not. Crickets are...
crickets can speak common sometimes.
Crickets are chirping. Cicadas are going off. So, like, if you like dip your finger in, was that the potion of animal friendship?
No,
oh, never mind.
I only got lesser restoration.
Oh shit! I thought that was the other one. Never mind.
Wait, was it potion
Yeah,
of animal?
it was lesser restoration.
Okay, I was gonna say, did I get both of them for some reason?
No.
Me and Salic have the animal ones.
Oh, dude, do we got mixed potions now?
I mean,
mixed strengths.
Alright.
No, I didn't taste the potion, but I did smell it.
Alright.
As that is my lesson from last time when I smelled something and passed out.
As that's going on, Vaxxus, what are you up to? By the river.
I don't really care for the large communities of people and the camaraderie all the time. Since I'm not much of a people person, so I went down to the river. And at this point, I thought I'd have a talk with some individuals I know a bit better and probably like a bit better too. So I go ahead and cast Minor Illusion, and I make the image of Lindira up here first, and I'll just have her like going about her business like on a normal day, like how she looks now, since I did see her before I left the village. And she's just doing odds and ends or whatever, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start talking to her. Like I'm talking at her, not to her, really. Alright, let's go. Hello, Lindy. I know it's been a while. You haven't seen me in quite a long time, but I'm here now. But then again, I left because there's something I need to do out here. It might take me a long time to figure out what that is, if it's even out here what I'm looking for. And whether I like it or not, I'm stuck with these people. It's pretty terrible, but I have to make do with circumstances. I know you understand. You have much more tragic past, I would say, than I do. It wasn't fair. I know I told you growing up that if anyone bothered you, I would tear them apart, but you never had problems making friends. You were pretty likable, so I wish I could have done more for you. It mattered. I couldn't think of much else outside of that.
I hate to interrupt your moment, but you're going to have to speak up.
Oh, no. Alright.
I can hear fine.
Look in the microphone, that's the problem. Alright. No, it's fine. But anyway.
It's in the yellow and green, so...
Okay.
There is one in the group perhaps you would like. Seems maybe somewhat like you. His name is Kulkras. He may be small, and maybe a little slow like I am sometimes, but... he just hears in the background, who said that?! The whole cricket thing, you know. But he has a good head on his shoulders, and he doesn't take any shit from anyone. He literally pops someone's head like a balloon. I didn't think that was possible, honestly. If I could tell you the same thing, I know I've probably told you before, but don't take any shit from anyone. You don't deserve it. Perhaps I will see you again one of these days. And I kind of like twist my hand, make her image disappear.
As you do that, as you have this conversation with this illusionary form of Lindura. Is it Lindra or Lindura?
Lindira.
Lindira.
It wasn't either of those things.
Close.
It was Stacy.
Really, her mom.
A tiefling woman, younger woman, she has this dark black hair in a loose ponytail. She's listening intently with a smile at what you say. Wordlessly, she nods. She seems to respond as the illusion is meant to be an extension of your will. She looks like she picks up an illusionary wooden chair and does the Captain America sit where she turns it around to listen.
The second time you remember.
Tilts
I
her
referenced it the
head,
first time.
just enamored with the attention that you are giving her. And as you make the illusion disappear, she gives a wave.
And at that point, I turn it into a table with a picture frame. Picture frame is of my mother and father. And I go into another conversation at that point. I go, "Hello, Mother. It's been even longer since I've spoken with you. And it's hard to say, but this was the best image I could remember you by. I know it's sad, but..."
See an older tiefling woman, grayed hair, up in a tight bun. Her age showing, but there is a lot of cheerfulness and energy about her. And she is sitting at the table holding the hand of another older tiefling, a man with kind of like patchwork suit. The teacher elbows.
It's a very classic look, though.
He has like a rundown brown, kind of like a cab's hat. Cab driver hat, but it's brown, and
So
there's
a driver's hat.
Yeah, there is a hole in it for his horn to poke out of.
Okay.
Salt and pepper hair. They're just holding each other's hands across this table, looking at you, smiling, wordlessly, just taking in what you're saying.
I know I wasn't there when you left, but... well, I suppose I really don't have a good excuse for that. It's just... fate can be cruel sometimes, and I wish I could have said goodbye at least. And I don't know if you heard me talking to Lindy. Maybe. I know I mutter a lot and I don't really pay attention to everyone around me, but I did try to pay attention to you. I know you tried to teach me your craft, even though I always screwed it up trying to make jewelry and so forth. And I wasted so much money. So much. I should have just listened to you and perhaps tried another craft.
You watch as the illusionary hand of your mother sort of like reaches out, expecting you to take it.
I don't.
She just holds it there, smiling at you.
But anyway, there are some other things I need to do. Perhaps I will find my own craft along the way, no matter how long that may take, but we shall see. Again, as I told Lindy, there are these... I hate saying the word people. They're so annoying.
True.
The illusionary form does seem to mimic a giggle without audio.
But it seems I'm stuck with them for now, whether I like it or not. But there's one I think you would like in particular. Shiima? Yeah, I think that's her name. Yes. Yeah, no. Yes, that's her name.
Wait. It's worked out. I have no for this.
I think she would have been a much better student than me. She picks up on things very quick. She's a well-read, intelligent. I can't quite put my finger on her though, but it's probably me. Yes, I will agree. It's probably me. She doesn't like me. Perhaps I should give her some of this booze. It tastes fishy. I think Tabaxi's like fish. I think.
It giggles more.
But maybe I'll figure something out. She did teach me how to read something that I couldn't read. It was quite remarkable because I'm a pretty terrible student. But anyway, I think I've rambled on for far too long. Perhaps I will talk to you again later. I can twist my hand and make damage go away.
As you do, she pulls her hand back and holds it to her heart.
And I go ahead and I twist my hand one more time to make one more image appear. I make it of a feature. Appear.
A very beautiful, elegant, not elegant, but wearing a simple pink gown, evening dress, the apron, smock on front, long silver hair, not in a ponytail or anything, just draped down her back, down her sides, looking at you, smiling, just standing there, in front of her, looking at you.
Yes. Hello, you. It's been a while since we've spoken as well. I wish I could have spent more time with you when I had the chance, but I was always stubborn, you knew that. Even when you came up with the best schemes to keep the bar running or to help keep the shops in town for those annoying tourists, they were absolutely the worst. But anyway, I'm trying to find where you went. You have to be out there somewhere. I won't give up. Not this easily. But I'm with a group of travelers and perhaps they can help me. I think you would like some of them. Probably a lot more than I do. Especially this one called Salic and Orlin. They're very what's the word? Likeable? Yes, I think likeable is the term. I don't like to say it though.
I don't like likeable.
I don't like that. But Salic is very open-minded and insightful. I think you would enjoy his company as well. And Orlin, I never thought I would like somebody with money. They always disgust me, but for some reason he's like one of us. It's like what you call one of those miracles. Yes, I think that's the word. You would appreciate his company as well. But again, I'm rambling. I've been rambling all night. I think it's time we say goodbye. I will talk to you later. I just twist my hand and I'm done.
As you go to dispel the illusion of Vitra, you hear Blue.
My eyes kind of get wide and I look around, like I'm trying to figure out where it came from.
Make perception check.
Those goddamn crickets again.
They're noisy, aren't they?
That was a frog. It's a frog rivet going through.
perception. That's good. No, it's 12.
Well, at first, you're not quite sure where it comes from. And the illusions of Vitra, her mouth isn't moving. But you know you heard it. And then you hear it again. Blue?
Still looking
Behind you. Somewhere behind you.
I just started walking in that direction.
It's that damn rabbit.
God. Could be.
You find yourself wandering past the village, so slightly past, keeping a decent distance away from the tiki torches that are lit, past the tents, and you're about 50, 60 feet away from a tree line, and you hear it again, coming somewhere in front of you.
I just keep following it. It's like keeps getting louder at this point. I don't really pay any mind to where I'm going or.
Careful, that's what the tentacles.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this happening at all, like, when we would be coming back? Like,
No.
would we see him wandering off or anything?
This
No,
is
you
probably
would
all
not.
happening simultaneously. Your conversation, me staring at the
Okay.
ring, yelling at crickets.
Anyway.
So this is happening, like, while we're on the other side of the river still?
I mean, what side of the river were you doing this at?
I just walked to the nearest riverbank, essentially.
So right,
Kind of
probably
like
right from the car.
kind of like
No, that would be the south side.
kind of like away from like the villages and things like that.
Okay, I'll say just for the sake of fuckery, you're on the north side, so you cross with them.
Okay.
But this side, like it's dead. Like there's not a whole lot of the people here right now. You probably went north, east a little bit, just like to find a nice quiet place.
Yeah.
So you are approaching the northernmost part of the forest, we'll say, and you get, I'll say, you walk about 10 feet into the forest. Make another perception check.
You can waste all your good rolls.
You need it for something. 16.
16. You swear you hear it again, and you follow, and you sense it's close. It's so close. And then you look around in this dark place, this dark forest, and your eye line goes up, and you see an owl. And it just goes.
I get so mad that I pull out one of my bottles of ale and I just chuck it at the owl.
Jesus. Anger management much?
Make a ranged attack roll, sure. This is based off Dex.
6.
You hit the tree.
Whoa, wait a minute. So, what? Oh, plus, that'd be minus, so yeah. Well, no. Proficiency, 8. Yeah, 8 then. Because it would
8?
be.
Well, it's also based off of Dex.
So it'd be Dex and proficiency, you add them together, right?
Yeah, but you have a -2 in
Yeah,
Dex.
so it'd be 0. Okay, so yeah, it's an 8. It's an 8. Just trying to make sure my math is right.
You chuck this bottle, and it hits the tree next to the owl. And the owl flies off.
Whoa! No, not. Damn it! I could have used Eldritch Blast.
The owl dick?
My booze!
Burn the whole
Ah.
place down.
I just angrily stomp off back toward, like, I guess I'll go to the tent so I can go to sleep too, I guess, since I figure perhaps there was something I missed, even though I don't really care to know what they were talking about. Okay. So
Angrily stomping towards the tent. What is everyone else doing?
Going to bed.
Yeah, we were
I've
supposed
been
to
literally staring at a
sleep
ring
at
and
the
looking
inn,
for
right?
crickets. Or looking for whatever that voice was.
Make a perception check.
Because you said it.
Yeah.
I thought it was something else, but it wasn't.
So does that mean he's by himself on the south side of the river? Then?
No, he's on the north side.
Oh, okay.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Oh, good. -2. 15.
15. Can't find the source of the.
It's,
of this,
oh no, for some reason I did performance. 17.
17. Okay.
I was like, wait, that doesn't seem right. It's not based off charisma.
You cannot find the source of this phantom smack talking cricket. That seems to exist only in your meta mind. For now.
You suck, what the hell?
But you do see Orlin and Shiima making their way towards the communal tent.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. You guys hear that?
That's a frog, isn't it?
Oh, damn.
I think I'm kind of...
In another movie, it was an alien.
I'd like to say that I'm kind of annoyedly stopped walking toward the inn because I'm just confused and annoyed about Salic leaving. So I don't look happy either.
I'm just sleep grumpy.
Yeah, you just went straight to the inn and went to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So he's been asleep the whole time.
Alright.
Well, after the medicine stuff.
So yeah, right. But
Just coming with me. I just find a chair in the lobby to go to sleep.
Okay.
A lobby in the communal tent? What do you think this is?
It's just a big fucking it's a big ass
Oh,
tent.
I thought it was like an actual building.
Yeah, you
No.
said it was an inn.
Yeah.
No, I never said it was an inn.
I heard
You said.
It's a circus tent?
No, it's essentially a large circus tent
Or a
with
wigwam or something?
with wooden floors, and there are a lot of people just sleeping here. Like that, this is a place where they set up mats for people who probably don't have their own shacks or houses or visitors. It's just like, hey, sleep here. No one's gonna fuck with you. It's like a hostel tent.
It's like a big
I'm
homeless
just,
shelter.
sitting there like, feels kind of weird. I'm the son of the shaman of the other girl. I'm sleeping myself.
Yeah.
I'm still going to try to see if I can find a chair and sleep like away from everybody.
There are chairs. There are like far enough corners to stay in.
I make like a chair bed, like where you have the
Yeah.
feet.
Everybody in the pile.
Not a problem.
Did you get a long rest then?
At this point, you guys get a long rest, and we are going to take a break. So yeah,
So long
just hang
rest,
out for a bit, and we'll get back to you shortly.
long rest is official.
Long rest is official.
A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
And we have returned. So, bringing ourselves back into the game. It is now the next morning. A long rest is had. You are all awake in this communal space. You see that Vaxxus is enjoying his little chair bed.
Guys, I don't like this. Every time I fall asleep, other shit keeps piling on me. Because I'm assuming you just threw the armor on me. What's happening?
We should totally make that a thing.
Yeah,
you don't remember yesterday?
Every day we just throw a random thing.
The armor is actually on you.
I totally should have kept that tentacle. You don't remember the monster you slew yesterday?
No! Kulkras, you wake up and you are in armor.
And you have the ring and potion and stuff.
I need an explanation of things. I get the crossbow. That one's easy. What is this? Why does it smell like blueberries? I forget
What was that again?
What was the lesser restoration potion color? Was it blue?
It was purple.
It was purple.
Yeah.
I'll say it smells like blueberries.
Blueberries are purple.
Yeah.
That's no worse.
Blueberries are purple.
Well, they're blue, but they make purple.
I just nonchalantly say, as if
Like
you
purple.
should have known this. That's a potion of lesser restoration.
What's the rest of the stuff? Why does shit keep appearing?
What was
Divine
the
magic?
What was the ring again? I forgot what it was.
You
called.
have free things. Stop complaining.
Ring of protection.
Oh yeah,
While I was waiting for other people to get up, Orlin's out front running wind sprints.
In armor?
okay. Do we just hear? Yeah, we just hear clang.
Oh god, the noises are back!
That's a ring of strength.
I'll never sleep at this rate. I'm leaving.
You need to attune to those, I believe.
I walk out of the shanty town.
Okay.
I think the only thing I need to attune to is the ring itself.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because the armor's not doesn't
Yeah,
need
that's
attunement.
not special.
Alright, as you guys are beginning to leave, you are met by the shaman of the tribe, Sharkab, older orcish fellow,
Sharkab?
kind of like gnarled teeth.
Sharkab, Tooth Speaker. Is that it? Tooth Speaker?
Tooth speaker, yep.
That guy.
That guy.
Good morning, adventurers.
Multiple shamans here.
Just sitting there, oh my god, I forgot about his list.
No, it's not really a list, but like whenever I can't do it, but every time he speaks, there's a whistle because of the gaps in his teeth. Shh. Fucking can't whistle. Sorry.
It's like a rabbit from Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know this character.
Okay.
Named Rabbit, I think.
Yeah, rabbit.
Yeah, that guy.
Or no,
Yeah, you know.
no, it's a gopher. I take it back.
No, yeah,
It's a gopher.
that was gopher? Yeah, that was good, because the big buck
There's all
teeth.
kinds of animals in the movie.
Yeah, it was a gopher.
I do not remember the gopher. I think you are falsifying information, but that's okay.
He's right there! There is a communal breakfast spread that you may all partake in. Afterwards, I would like to invite you to the War Chief's tent. We have payment and another situation
to discuss.
This quest, I like it. Another!
Good day.
And it walks on.
I would just like to say, I guess, in a somber, annoyed voice, Salic left last night. To the other people that may not have noticed. I don't know if you guys did.
I wander off all the time. What's the big deal?
He went to
He's not coming back.
I thought he was off getting ladies again.
What?
Ladies?
He went to Langdale.
Remember, he went to that thing with the thing in our thing. That one.
Use your words.
That one.
Use your nouns.
Thing is a word.
Thing is a word.
I
He knows what I'm talking about. We left with the horse. That's how we got the horses.
Are you concussed?
I might be.
He went to
You
a
keep throwing shit at me in
whorehouse.
my sleep.
Salik went to a whorehouse in session 0.
Oh yeah, that was right. Didn't you both go, or is that just
No,
him?
that was him.
Okay.
He came back. He was like, I was like, where did you go? He's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. Remember, I had just hit adulthood. I don't know how sheltered the town was, but that's how I'm playing.
Oh, you know Salic. He'll be... Yeah, he probably needs some help.
Saoirse's with
Do
him.
either of you know about Langdale?
Would I be able to convey my information of Langdale?
Yeah. He,
Well, actually...
Would I know any random thing about it?
make a history check.
Now that you mention it, you said it only came up 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I actually wouldn't know anything about it.
You would hear people, you would hear your dad talk about it. Like, oh yeah, this place popped up. And that's about it.
From in between?
After.
Okay, alright.
With my grand -1 modifier, I rolled an 18.
Nice. Yeah, you know, it's like a human settlement. That's from your perspective would have been northwest. That's really all.
It's that
you
weird
know.
human settlement thing.
You know it exists.
There are
You've seen
many
it on a
weird-
map.
It's a thing on the map.
You're quite the one with words.
How much in Arcala? That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much in Arcala is
What world are we
religion and law go hand in hand? Is it theocratic at all? Like, is it against the law for them to be not worshipping the gods properly?
Not necessarily.
Only if we get caught.
I mean, they're being obvious about it. Apparently,
I mean,
don't pay
there
attention.
would be inquiries just as a passive, like, oh, so you worship Satan? Okay. Can you care to elaborate? How involved?
What does he
are
want?
you? Like, what do you do? Do you sacrifice goats? Do you sacrifice people? Are you here to harm us? Like what aspects? Like, as long they ask you, are you a threat? If you're not, if they believe you, then you're free to worship whoever you want. You'll probably be put on ye old watch list, but that's about it.
are they still required to pay certain dues to the 12?
There's not a requirement, but it is
people.
highly encouraged. Kind of like, hey, you go to church,
go
here's
people?
a collection plate. It's kind of like that. But usually the church they don't tend to keep the donations. They just take those and do something nice for the town. The good churches, anyway. In D&D, this is not a commentary on anything else.
Every time a new church pops up, so what do you sacrifice? Why do we have to sacrifice things? What do you think this
We
is?
sacrifice our time 1 day a week. How about
Yeah, I'm sacrificing this time having this conversation. Can I
It's
get
like
that back? So, time murderer.
that?
it's like here's a nice Yellowstone church of Paylor, and right next door is like a dark Gothic cathedral church with like iron spiders. Like, oh yeah, we worship Lolf. It's all right.
Bingo's on Thursdays.
Orgies every Tuesday.
It's a busy week.
Full schedule.
But yeah, like law and laws are based loosely on another deity, Arathis, the law bearer. Kind of goes without saying, but laws aren't 100% religion fueled, and vice versa. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does.
I want to ask those two. You guys traveled with Salic before we all met. Did he ever mention Langdale or mention that he had family there?
He shared surprisingly very little.
You shared even less than I did, as far as I recall.
Oddly, the focus was on me. I don't know why.
You're kind of a well, you just got mystery. You just kind of got kicked out of your home, correct?
Yeah.
Man, I thought I was a pain in the ass. I'm quite impressed now that I think about it.
I was very sleep deprived at the moment, but it did seem more like it wasn't Langdale that got his interest so much as him seeing that symbol of the Enlightened that perked him up and immediately sent him about his current mission.
What's the symbol?
He did mention his family, so...
Would I know anything about the Enlightened?
Yeah, we could show them the symbol too, right?
Yeah. It's easy enough to draw out a three-sided yin-yang. I forget what the actual name is called, assuming.
The triangle.
And if anyone would like to make a history or a religion check, feel free to do so.
I'm equally bad at both, but I will give it a shot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for me.
I think I will go...
Did you say anyone or just those two?
Anyone.
I think I will go more...
History or religion.
I think I'll go more religion on this one.
Well, I kind of already did this check, didn't I?
Is this just for me and Guy mainly? Because
it's a new day, new attempt.
New day,
20!
20.
Surprisingly not horrible, but not a 20.
Not dirty.
22.
That's a natural 20?
20.
With my
What'd you get?
22.
22.
With my -1 is 16.
16.
It's 20,
In
but
religion.
I guess it's
Okay,
19
religion.
because -1.
I don't know
Okay.
what everyone else is going for, but I'm going for religion.
Okay, and what are you focusing on? The symbol and the Enlightened?
I was doing history.
Okay, but it's based off of the symbol and the Enlightened.
History of the symbol. Yeah.
Okay.
Or even just the history of the town itself.
Alright, well, specifically these two. Nothing comes to mind for any of you.
Even with the 20?
Even with the 20.
Holy crap.
What was your total?
It was natural.
Yeah?
You're like, I think I got it. I lost it.
Guys! Guys! I got it.
I had a thought and I left it.
What was her name?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, in any case, he's headed that way as we speak. He could already be... Well, do we know how far it was?
It's about a 4 days journey, maybe 5.
So he's around 8 hours head start at the
Giant
moment.
lizard.
And it seemed like he knew how to ride the lizard. That sounded awkward to say.
It's awkward to hear. Sounds awkward for Salic. Maybe the lizard even.
I think we parted companies before he got on the lizard.
The lizard was mentioned.
Where's
Oh wait,
Sasha?
what's
I don't see
the...
her.
Wait, we need to get paid and what that job is,
him.
because that job might be going there anyway.
Yeah.
Smart.
First, we should get
Very
paid.
smart.
Quick for money!
We have so much money
He
to
gets
make.
overwhelmed and fights easily. I thought it was best.
My god, Salic left, but money first!
His natural enemy,
He's
the
already
boulder,
8
is
hours ahead
lying
of
in
us. We
wait.
can't catch up either way.
Well, even with our 2 horses, the cart's going to slow us down regardless, so they'll get there first.
Guys, 2 horses and a cart faster than just one lizard.
with a full cargo, technically.
How fast is a lizard compared to 2 horses with a cart?
Make a general intelligence check as I look this up.
This sounds like a math problem in like, school.
It is.
If 2 horses and a carriage are traveling from point A, at what point will they reach said lizard traveling
15.
at relative speed from point A?
Carrying 4 people. Yeah, carrying 4 people compared to 1.
Or it's like a bad joke.
He's a big guy, though.
Okay. The horses you have travel at a pace of around 40 feet per round. If you want the,
but what's the carrying capacity?
I'm just like roughly like would we be able to make ground and catch up, or would we be at the same speed as him?
From what you understand about giant lizards, and you don't, they're probably not as fast as a horse.
Because they're shorter and stuff, right? They don't got long legs like a horse does.
That, and they're not meant for long distance running.
I could just imagine that the lizard is like moving slower than a person walking.
How's
it going?
He's not riding a sloth.
Well, no, I'm more imagining the lizard that Obi-Wan was riding in.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda. But a little bit smaller, and I mean, if you want to take the time to look around, there are some pens of giant lizards, which do look like about the size of a pony. Very weird to see.
They're like iguanas or something, kind of.
Yeah, they're like just larger iguanas
But again,
with saddles.
I was like, are we gonna catch up? Though?
Like a mount that you would find in World of Warcraft.
Go scale.
Should we at least get our money before we go tracking him down?
We will. I just would like to know how fast we need to do this to catch up to him.
I don't think we're catching him. Just because the
That's why I was trying to figure out with the horse.
Okay. Just based on what he's got 1 person with 1 lizard, but we've got 2 horses and a cart with 4 people. Though. I don't know about y'all, but I'm 180 pounds.
Well, according to my math, we'll find him carrying 1. Eventually.
I will say that the 2 horses dragging a wagon, their normal speed is 40 feet around. They can double to 60, but only for an hour. And if they push that, then they could potentially get exhausted.
But we should go get our payment and see what else is on foot.
I mean, if it's 4 days, he has to sleep eventually too.
I hope he
really sleeps. He waits.
For all we know, he could not sleep.
Do elves
just
sleep?
be exhausted. He might just force himself through all the night.
The chief's tent.
Yeah,
what y'all doing?
That was for like
We're gonna get paid.
We gotta go to the chief's tent, and then we gotta go to, I guess, one of the vendor people to sell all the spider stuff.
Because the alchemist lady.
Yeah.
Poison
So-
at least.
To the money.
And then also maybe to
Just a sack of gold.
an armorer person to sell the elven chainmail. And what else was it? Yeah, we probably gotta go to like 3 places. Oh yeah, and the Moonblade thing, I might just ask somebody about that.
Alright.
So, but yeah, to the chief's tent first.
Okay. You make your way towards the chief's tent after gathering breakfast, doing some sprints. The chief's tent, you notice that there is a new kind of carriage that is nearby it, parked. And this one, instead of being helmed by, dragged by a horse or a giant lizard, it looks like a lizard, but it's a lot larger, smoother, and it's got like 6 legs.
Maybe that's what something took.
Interesting.
And it is currently being cleaned by these really, really small goblin-sized, but they're not goblins. They have red skin, long snouts for faces, little tiny claws.
Like
Do
nobles?
they look like demons or devils?
What do they look like?
No, the
Would I know what they are?
make just a general intelligence check.
Can I do that too?
Sure.
Either way, it's
Anyone who
red-
wants to try
the red
to guess what these are at a distance,
4.
Just an intelligence check?
just general intelligence check.
4.
Ooh. 21.
11.
11. Those who rolled above a 10
Not me.
notice that these are in fact kobolds.
I think they're smaller versions of hobgoblins.
I know that one because we did run into them.
Yeah,
Are you sure they're
And
not
your
mutant
town has
children?
That's a good point. I think we should kill them.
roll for initiative.
Did you hear that? He actually believed me this time.
I take out my booklet and I
I
start
said could be.
drawing a picture of the kobold.
All right.
Just
Is the lizard any type of thing that I've seen on the Trinette ranch?
This doesn't require a history check. No.
My father would pay a large sum of money for that beast.
what are kobolds again?
With the 20.
21.
With the 21. 21.
Sounds like I could try some
Kobolds
Grand
are
Trinette family!
nobody really knows where they come from. People speculate that they are a creation of dragons. Like when dragons decided, you know what, I want some servants to tend to my needs. I'm going to make some kobolds and I'm going to make some dragonborn. And that's really all people know about
They're
them.
like a lesser dragonborn.
Kinda, yeah. They're like goblins with dragon flavoring, if you will.
But they're still like sort of intelligent, but not that intelligent. Right?
I mean, they're usually stereotypically lumped like goblins, like, oh, they're feral, they're crazy, but you know better with the 21. That they are capable of complex communities, like they can go to school, they can learn, they can vote, they can do all of that stuff that a normal humanoid does. You just don't see a whole lot of them in any society.
I look at one of them and say,
Same goes for Dragonborn. You don't see a lot of those either.
I look at one of them and I say, hey, you, go get your chief. We need to get money from him.
To a kobold?
Yes.
The kobold?
I don't know you!
I thought the kobold was... Or I thought it was doing something with the cart, which is totally
It
different.
was cleaning it.
Yeah, he's doing it.
We help village make money.
Okay.
Chief owe us money.
Do I look like an Orxis to you?
You're going to look like one if you don't listen to me.
You see, like, 5 other kobolds just getting up, and then they're like,
What?
I'm just
Like, square up, motherfucker!
I'm just walking away from him, like toward the chief's tent or whatever.
what?
I thought we were.
You guys are, yeah. Like,
They were-
like this
they
is
were by a
happening, like,
cart.
right next to it.
Yeah, but I'm like going in
Okay.
Alright, well, you kids have fun.
because I know
I'm
the
gonna-
kobolds don't have anything to do with getting us money.
5 on 1 would almost be a fair fight. I'll be back later.
This is meta.
They stick out. One of them sticks out of his tongue and makes a face, even though you don't see it.
This
I was
is,
gonna be like, is he close to me? Just,
Yeah!
this is meta knowledge, but it's one of my favorite D&D trivias. kobolds can change genders based on the needs of their warrens. So, like, if all the humans get wiped, or if all the males get wiped out, some of the females would convert to males to fill the needs.
Like frogs.
Like
dinosaurs. Like Jurassic Park 1 dinosaurs.
Based on the frog DNA. They do move in herds. They are not as majestic as dinosaurs. They're like.
What are those monstrosities in the parody commercial of No Man's Sky, where it's the Jurassic Park theme but with a shitty harmonica?
Oh, with the that's probably the recorder you're thinking of. That high pitched noise.
I love it.
They fixed No Man's Sky apparently. Did they?
5 years later.
I
love
always
you, No
had
Man's
fun,
Sky,
to be
but
honest.
Yeah, like they
I had a blast with that game when it first came out. I was surprised people shit on it as much as they did.
It's because they wanted multiplayer. We won't get into that.
yeah, that sounds like an out of game kind of conversation. So, you find yourselves in the chief's tent. All of the shamans are here. The chief, Bagamol, the shaman of war, Lash, shaman of spirits, Hebub, the shaman of the tribe, Sharkab, and another individual who you do not recognize, but it is
It's my mom.
It is very much like the kobolds you just saw outside, but a lot larger, more muscular. Like those things are like 3 feet tall. This guy's like 6 feet.
These are the kobold.
This is a dragonborn.
Is he also red?
He is green.
Okay, great.
Dressed in dark travel robes, and he is sitting with the shamans, and Chief Bagamol bids you and gestures for you all to join them. Do you do so?
Yes.
Yep.
Fine.
I walk in.
The chief speaks up.
I would like to thank you all for aiding our village in the return of our hunters and our fallen. As agreed upon,
You watch as Sharkab gets up and brings out a wooden chest and sets it all in front of you.
this amounts to 300 gold for each of you, including your compatriot who I've been told is not currently here.
He said we could keep his share.
Very well.
Wait, did you say 300 gold that we're supposed to split? Or for each?
300 for each of you.
Oh,
So
okay.
300.
300 for each. Okay, so 300.
You want to keep track of Salic till we find him again?
Yeah, I have a paper.
Okay, cool.
I have a paper
Right,
too.
so
I can
down
write
to-
it down also. With his items as well. Here's what they're called. Okay.
Again, I would like to extend my gratitude from the River Watchers. But alas, I have but one more favor to ask of you. A dire one. This also brings the attention of... Would you like to introduce yourself?
And you watch as the great scale dragonborn has been just taking stock of all of you since you entered, and he speaks up.
I am Vrakman.
Vrakmorn.
Vrakmor.
M-O-R?
Morn.
O-O-R.
I am a envoy of the Wandering Talon of Hidoverad.
Wandering what? Valley?
The Wandering Talon.
Oh, Terra.
How do you spell that other thing?
Wandering. HIDOVROD.
VROD?
VROD. Hido Vrod. One word.
Just gotta be careful. I have dyslexia. That gets difficult. After a while with new words.
I hear you.
A lot of times I'm looking at these words, I'm like, that's a lot of consonants.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it simple, guys.
No,
He just ended a sentence in 9 prepositions.
Sound like a Skyrim city.
We're gonna go there and be like, are you the one guys from the talent of hitter that thing?
Sound like tourists wherever we're going.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what you guys are.
We're here to see
D&D is just a bunch of tourists getting into trouble.
Getting money. We're here to see this Brackman guy. He's part of Wandering Hidron.
I don't know who he is, but I think he owes me money.
Just throw...
He's green.
I'm supposed to collect a bounty for... Yeah. I love it.
We're just sitting there with a notepad. Brackman, is that... Brackman? That guy.
Imagine how hard it would have been for, like, actual people back in the day doing this shit.
Look, I'm just going to kill you if you don't give me the money. That's how this is going.
And thus the murder hobo was born.
Suppose it's not a playable race by now.
The murder hobo?
First of all,
it is. First of all, class.
First of all, it's a class.
No, I am become murder hobo.
Subreddit.
Bagamolsu speaks up. We both have an issue that we would like to ask for your aid in. We understand that you have done much for our village, and we will understand if you say no, but at the very least, we invite you to hear us out. He re-explains the story that he told to Salic, Shiima, and Orlin the night before, how a trading group led by the chief's second, Kradash, headed to Langdale in order to trade their fish and magical resources for irons and metal. And probably some other stuff too.
Those mushrooms.
He reiterates the odd occurrences of the town, the low-hanging blue mist, the mushrooms, the odd elation that the townsfolk seems to have, and the, for lack of a better word, he uses the word indoctrination of his second and one of the other of the traveling band, Kuromer. They state that Kradash is still presumably over there. Kuromer has made a full recovery as of last night. He's still weakened, but he is currently still at that tent, being fed and just resting off whatever the fuck was wrong with him. I would like to ask that you all make the trek to Langdale and bring my second back. Lash speaks up. Why don't you call him what he actually is? Fine. Kradash isn't only my second, the one destined to take my role as leader of these people when I am no longer able to. He is also my son. So there is I admit that this is a selfish request to make.
You would trust perfect strangers with this request.
I mean, I'm from the other village, so...
He knows what I mean.
He looks among you.
I do not see a single stranger among me.
Yeah, try to kill that China.
What is Hidovrad's role in this?
Please explain. Very well. One of our own. Let me look up my names here.
One of our own, the Dragonborn.
Hey, you have your notebooks. I have mine. Okay.
Searching name base.
Is there those two cities?
Yeah,
Is there a way
at
to
the top.
cross? No, this one.
What I just
wanna
picture
see
at this
the way to
point
cross
as
the
intimidating as we're trying to come across is we just have all of us just have these journals.
Yeah. Everyone has their smartphones out.
I mean, I guess
That's
I guess
exactly
we could
what's
cross
going
it.
on.
Go on, how do you spell that?
We could-
Go on. I'm not going to remember how to pronounce that, just so you know.
Or whatever,
That would be way too long.
You good?
well, I just wanted to
Question.
look at something on the map that I
The
would
map.
ask.
The map.
about.
Okay. Do you want to ask now or after I give an explanation? Okay. Vrakmorn speaks up.
One of our own. Londis. A red-scaled dragonborn. And her mate. Bram Bronzebeard. A dwarf. Also resides in the town of Langdale. They are important to our community. We want proof of life, and are willing to pay a considerable amount for both of them.
Why don't you know if they're alive or not?
We have the capability to magically send messages from one to another. We have lost contact with Londis. Bram says that he must stay in the village. That is all we know.
So Bram is alive. It's just Londis we would need to look for.
Well, Bram has also not responded to messages in the past 2 days, so we're not sure if that's just out of dwarven arrogance or something else.
Is this a dwarf talking to us, or is this the Dragonborn?
This is the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn wants you to find a red-scaled Dragonborn and their mate, who is a dwarf.
Somebody refresh my memory. Why don't they know?
So,
Is everyone
Why don't they know
comatose
what?
in that village?
perhaps
Possibly. They
And
might be under some
Langdale?
kind of spell or
Yeah.
something.
stoners.
As of this moment, I'm wondering why this Green Dragonborn is here.
Well, since you asked, we were also going to make some, well, the River Watchers trade with Langdale, Hidovrad trades with the River Watchers, and Londis, let's just say her work is important to our people. That is why we are interested in making sure that her and her mate return safely,
You have
or are safe.
You have no warriors or mercenaries of your own to send, or at least to aid us.
We would, but the chief here says that you are all capable warriors in your own right. And no offense to you, but I am willing to pay good coin so that my people do not suffer.
What's the village we're going to?
Langdale.
But if this is something that you do not want to do, then the River Watchers and the warriors of Hidovrad will descend upon Langdale, and one way or another we will retrieve our own.
Where was Hidovrad again?
It's
Is that
Hidovrad.
or was that the one that was off the map?
it's north of the River Watcher tribe.
realms.
Oh, it's on the coast.
That's my fault. My brain lag behind. I
No, you're good.
I thought the Green Dragonborn was from Langdale as well. I'm like, why are you here?
Oh, no.
No,
He's an
the
envoy
Hedobrod.
from Hedobrod.
Vaxxus, you have to understand, it's not uncommon for the minor kingdoms of Arkala to seek help from the Kingdom of Redmire.
He understands.
I am merely asking questions. This type of work is a little out of my territory. I'm pretty new to all of this.
I mean, we did kill a giant spider.
Well, there was a lot of us. It wasn't very hard. It sounds like you're still gloating over there.
I'm jealous.
Whatever.
Gagool speaks up.
I am told that one of your party, Salic, has already made his way in that direction.
Yeah, that's a good reason to go to.
Well, I was going to that, or if you did take on this task, you will each be rewarded 400 gold, including Salic, should he as well survive, as well as a handful of magical items that this village will bequeath you.
Vrakmorn speaks up.
Magical items from Heverod or from Langdale?
From the River Watchers.
Oh.
Vrakmorn speaks up.
And I will offer 500 gold to all of you for the proof of life or the corpses of Londis and Brown.
See, I don't like when they say that.
1,000 for both of them, alive or dead.
This is beginning to sound a little more dangerous than perhaps we know with the situation. Would it be alright if we took some backup with us? Not from your village, but perhaps we could take the ghoul with us or someone else.
The orc chief speaks up.
The ghouls in the background?
Normally I would be fine with offering that to you, but as a few of you might have seen, last night's hunt was a little more intense than others. Our warriors are fewer in number now. We need as many warriors here to defend the village in case of any other outside incursions. I hope you understand that.
Alright. Very well. But I was not here for the briefing, you could say, about the situation. Is there anything we should know about this Langdale that may get us into a sticky situation or a problem?
They're heretics, what else do we need to know?
I mean, for the longest time we've had nothing but a good working trading relationship with Langdale. We don't understand why they are acting the way that they currently are. So we believe that there might be something affecting them. But we cannot be certain as we're not there.
Who was it that just said that?
This would be the orc.
Oh, okay. But Vrakmorn also trades with them, right?
Vrakmorn trades with the River Watchers. They don't go that far
Langdale
out.
trades to River Watchers, River Watchers trades to you.
So
But
the
everything
Rogers
leads
is a
back to
little bit-
Redmire.
sort of-
Yeah.
Eventually,
so if this
yeah.
gets disrupted, then they don't get anything because they have to trade through there.
We do have our other dedicated traders, but this is where we usually trade from, around here, if that makes sense.
Have you scouted this Langdale out already?
The orc speaks up.
Well, we do have a handful of the traders who they were supposed to trade there, but ended up not. You can interview them for more details, if you'd like. These two have met them, as well as the injured one. From what I hear, it is not a fun situation.
He also describes how one dude came back damn near feral, foaming at the mouth, and and they also emphasize the intensity that the chief's son and this other guy really wanted to stay in this town. Like they were throwing hands, like, no, stay! They had to knock the other guy out just to get him away from the town, and whenever he woke up, he was feral.
What was the chief's son's name again?
The chief's son's name is Kradash. Kradash.
Was there something perhaps the affected did that the rest of you did not?
Perhaps. We don't know. That's the thing, we don't know.
All the people that went were all orcs, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious, maybe if one of them was like a different race or something, and it didn't affect that race.
Alright, so here's the plan. We don't eat the food, we don't drink the water, we don't touch the hands. We just put a bag on their head and tell them to leave.
I can purify the food and water if need be.
Does the water and the river flow west?
Yes.
Yeah.
We might be able to catch Salic if we can get a river boat.
We ditch the cart and the horses and we just get a boat.
Or if they have like some kind of ferry boat, I'm sure we could fit
We have some longboats that we could lend. If it is extra help that you are inquiring about as well, the village of Venzer is very hospitable.
It's like
You would run into Venzer
right,
before you would run into Langdale.
Or if we're coming back, we can leave the horses here anyway.
Yeah,
Take a
we'd have
boat.
to, because
we can leave them here for now.
I want to ask the Dragonborn guy, are you remaining here until we return, or would we have to go to your town, Hedabrod, to deliver the news?
We will remain here for about 2 weeks.
I'll ask the chief then, could we possibly get someone that knows a ship or boat that can ferry us downriver?
We can loan you some longboats, but you would have to take them yourselves.
How many people fit in a longboat?
3.
So we'd have to do 2 separate boats?
Might as well just take the cart.
We would almost need
Yeah.
to take 3 because if we need to take people back, unless
we
we
might
take
as well-
alternate. Well, we'd have to come back a different way because we'd be fighting upriver to come back.
So yeah, we probably should
We'll take
the
the
cart.
cart.
A few sessions ago, I had made a history check about Hedabrod. I don't
Yeah.
remember what brought it up, but you said that they were kind of like isolationists. They don't really let outsiders in. Am I remembering that
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Ever since the end of the Dark War, a lot of kingdoms and continents were like, we're not gonna deal with the rest of the world anymore. Y'all are fucked up. And Hedabrod was one of them. So they sort of shut themselves in.
So does that mean that this guy leaving Hedabrod to come here is kind of a big deal? Because
It kind of
they
is,
don't
yeah.
usually leave their town.
Yeah, like, you gather the Wandering Talon is kind of like one of the very few instances
You're probably
of
better at that than I am, I'm sure.
I
someone
have a few
leaving
other questions,
for a
but
specific job just
I'll slide that in there
to
as
to
well.
come back. And you are aware that there is some semblance of like trade out of necessity with Hedabrod, but usually it's just like Hedabrod will come with like a shit ton of money. We need shit. We'll buy it. We leave. That is it. Like Amish.
Oh, the Amish.
Don't ask where they get the money from. They just have it.
I have one question and one request for this mission.
I doubt that, but continue.
I doubt it too.
Good, I'm not the only one.
I'm not deaf. I might be a little stupid, but I'm not deaf.
What?
Anyway, would you happen to have any contacts in Venzor, or would we be on our own to find any additional assistance?
You would be on your own, but you can tell the town steward that you are on friendly relations with the River Watchers. We're on friendly terms with them. That's about as, hey, I know this guy. That's about as much of an in as you can get.
We
They're so
we
well
don't need
versed
the
in
help.
trade, but so narrow-minded when it comes to sources and negotiations. Very well.
We stick to our tribe. We try not to venture out too much unless we absolutely have to.
If we
Like the Amish.
if we partake on this mission and accomplish it to your liking, would we be able to perhaps gain access to your village?
Can we visit you guys sometime?
Vrackmorn strokes his chin.
That is a big ask, not gonna lie. We'll see how things go. That is all I can say. It's not a no.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying I'm not the one who makes that decision.
One in
It's a good movie, I'm sorry.
one in 100 million. So you're saying there's a chance? So there's a chance.
Sure, roll at disadvantage. 2 natural 20s.
Die. Howard, huh?
I love you, Jim Carrey.
So,
Sorry.
any other questions? I'm sure you have many.
Just about this topic.
Sure.
That seems pretty straightforward. We go into the village, see what's going on.
We're going that direction anyway, it seems, to follow Salic. So,
The last thing I will mention is I do work for the Boldor Trading Guild. I could help promote additional commerce to your village, but you would have to allow me and my associates passage at some point.
You watch as Vrackmorn just leans in.
We also have our own dedicated trading caravan with Boldor. But thank you for the offer.
Very well.
Just let me into the damn village!
I want to join the club.
I want to be a scaly, god!
So you turn in the spider silk and the poison still.
Well, I wanted to talk to the chief, I guess, about the body of the other lore seeker and
Yes.
ask a favor of him. I'd like to ask a favor of you, the body of the dead lore seeker that we found at the Spider Canyon.
The elf. What about him?
I would like to see if you could send their body to the nearest Cerulean Trove.
The chief looks over to Hebub, and they contemplate for a moment.
It will take some time, but that can be accomplished.
And I'd like to write out a letter to them to send with the body as well to explain what happened. And I'll also send the journal with as well. So I'll leave those with him. And then thank you for doing that for me.
Very well.
walk away.
Before you walk away,
So, is this something that you would all be willing to do? Do you accept this quest?
Well, I keep a busy schedule, and today is...
He's not doing anything.
We're going that direction anyway, so
Maybe it means yes. Got it.
Fine.
alright.
Just distract him. Throw him some beer. Yeah, whatever. Whatever's in this time period.
Ale, beer.
What is this beer you speak of, stranger?
Beer?
Fermented? Keeps? What?
Hops?
While you guys are there, the Sharkub looks over to you, Vaxxus.
I am told that our tavern owner of the fish bowl, Dukam, would like to speak with you.
What did you do?
I didn't break it, if that's what you're asking. I was only there for 5 minutes, I think.
Disbelievable.
Fine.
I don't know what he said.
Disbelievable.
Oh.
Like, I just wanted to do the thing.
I was like,
Friend, I can't whistle. If I could whistle,
I know. I tried real hard for this guy.
Did that person say the Sharkab person?
Yeah, Sharkab's the tooth speaker.
Okay.
The spirit, the shaman of the tribe.
Did I have anyone else that wanted to talk to you? Nope, that's not it.
Fine, I'm off to the tavern. But you can't make me like it. But I'll
First of all,
probably
you-
like it on my own.
you were going there anyway.
Don't steal any chickens.
No, it's
They
there.
don't have any. Joke's on you. All they have is fish. They don't
Since we're
steal
done
their...
there, I want to
They're
head
slippery.
to the apothecary lady, I guess it was, for all the spider silk. She was the one, right?
Yeah.
That wanted that
I'll go
stuff.
with it.
Okay.
Well, I want to find her name.
While you do that, Vaxxus, do you make your way over to the tavern? All right. You find yourself at this beachside. You find yourself at this beachside tavern.
Wasn't I there already?
You have.
Okay.
You were, yeah. You meet with Dubak, this very, very beach bod of an orc dude.
Yeah, I wrote down Dubak. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Orc bro.
Orc bro.
Welcome back, Vax.
I didn't have a choice. What's happening?
Well, seems like you did a good thing for the town. You also brought back Gagool. Yeah, he owed me. He owed me some money, and you also brought back one of the tribesmen that he traveled with. He was my brother, and I wanted to extend my gratitude for bringing him back home.
Does that mean I get that fish smoothie?
No,
Well, damn it!
it does
Well,
mean
damn it.
that you get your return for your tab.
What tab?
Great. This is what happens when we haven't played in 2 months. The last time you were here, he alluded to you had a tab here.
Oh, is
And-
it from
Before, way back,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You had a tab, and you gave him an amulet to cover the cost until you can pay it back. And he kind of reminded you of that a few sessions ago, but it's been a while, so it's fine.
I'm a notorious beer bum. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So
You're playing like that.
but he does remove this necklace, this amulet that he's currently wearing, and he hands it to you.
Thank you.
What did you do to it?
I enjoyed it.
Put it in there, like,
Don't put it under the mushrooms.
You received the Amulet of the Drunkard.
I kind of like take a dirty like cloth and start trying to clean it off.
It makes sense why he forgot about it. The Amulet of the Drunkard.
I have no idea what
Probably
that does.
I can tell you what it does if you want.
I think I drink and it gives me is good
I'll look
enough.
it up on Google.
I got it.
That would be
Well, I can show it to him over here.
Okay.
fantastic.
Well, I want to know. What does it do?
This amulet smells of old ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it can't do so again until next dawn. And it doesn't require attunement.
Holy crap! So you said what?
You
1d4?
heal by drinking booze.
It says while you're wearing it, you regain 4d4 plus 4. Is that
4?
right?
Yep.
4d4 plus 4? Or is it plus 4?
Better than a healing
4d4
Holy
plus 4.
Okay, I just want to make sure the plus 4 wasn't.
One of us is going to go down. He's like, put this necklace on him. Now pour this beer down his throat.
I allow it. I allow it.
Somebody, what are you doing? I'm doing what you couldn't.
Yeah, you heal whenever you drink any kind of alcohol, apparently.
A pint of it.
4d4 plus 4?
But it's only once per day.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, how much beer can I buy from you?
How much do you want?
That is a dangerous question.
Enough for me to forget this amulet again.
Yeah, seriously, how much do you want it? If you're asking.
How many bottles can I actually carry? Realistically.
The barrel is full of water. You cannot fill my barrel up with it.
I'm just throwing a number out there.
I got
10.
Okay, because at most I
10
had 6.
in a
It's just a
backpack.
crate.
Alright, I'm gonna line them up on like a belt around me like a grenade bandolier.
Yeah!
I got 4 right now, so
Are
let
they
me get 6 more bottles just
Are they
ale.
like beer bottle size? That's out there.
Kinda.
They're all in the shape
How
of
many?
that,
How many
tankard.
of what?
Could I get 6 bottles of ale by chance? I already had 4 on me.
6 bottles of ale.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to go buy some crossbow
He's gonna be
bolts
clanky, you're gonna be clanky.
because I need those
All the
now.
glass.
He's clanky and clanky. He's straight mail too.
Alright, guys, shh, 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 shh.
Alright, we have to be quiet. We have to be what?
You needed 6?
The whole time.
Glorious. It's fine, you send us in first and you guys sneak around.
Glorious.
We're all going to turn into Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Alright, that'll be 2 silver and 4 copper.
2 silver and 4 copper.
What's
Yeah.
that in?
It's 10 silver per copper.
Yes.
Let's put down 4.
I'm going to buy
you
some
said
crossbow
6
bolts.
copper?
Yeah, 4 copper.
4 copper. Thank you.
Thank you again.
No, thank you, because I completely forgot about this arrangement.
I figured as much.
You wanted to buy bolts.
Because apparently the heavy crossbow uses the same bolts as everything else.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah,
warning,
they're all
though.
the same.
One day I'm coming back for that fish.
Crossbow bolts. 20, that'd be 1 gold.
I will buy 40.
Okay, 2 gold. Alright. Shiima, what are you up to?
I was heading to Bug's place to sell the spider stuff. The only thing I have written down is that the spider venom vials are 25 gold per vial.
Yeah.
So I had to ask her about the fangs and the silver silk bundles.
Okay.
I set him up for those two, but I thought we might have to him.
Yeah, I didn't write down the prices for those.
That's because they didn't give you a price.
Yeah. That's
Alright.
She didn't think it was
so how many vials do you give her?
17 of venom. Yeah, I was doing the math on that, but then I don't know the rest because I don't have the.
She happily trades those 17 vials for 425 gold.
So how much venom did you get? 1 or 2 vials? Here's 17. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can I ask her if I can pour all those vials into like a bigger jug so I can keep the vials?
Sure. She pulls out like this jug, and it takes a few minutes, but yeah.
I'm just like,
I recommend washing those out before you use them again, just in
no
case.
worries, I will.
As Orlin's licking.
What?
Here's Saoirse.
She's gone.
I know.
And then,
Honestly,
what do you want
Saoirse's probably
to
smarter than me.
Well, throw me an item, and I'll give you a theoretical price.
Are you at 8 for intelligence? Right?
All the spider silk is just like one long string. I got all this.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Just half this.
I had to say actually.
And then I have 6 bundles of the silver silk.
Same with them.
That's a mighty silk you have there.
You guys are in the same.
Unfortunately, I don't have much use for it, but the enchantress, Agrob, would definitely pay a pretty penny per bundle.
Okay.
As well as that fang you have. I have no need for it.
Okay.
Get that shit out of here.
I'll go
Very well.
So you look for Agrop?
Yes.
Yeah. She's near the river with her wares on blankets.
Hello. What can I do for you today?
I have some silver silk and some giant spider fangs I would like to sell.
Crushed spider fangs can be used for certain enchantments.
What type of enchantments?
Usually poison related.
So is she basically saying they're a component for like poison spells?
Potentially, yeah.
I can buy those for 10 gold each.
Okay.
The fangs.
How about the silver silk?
The good bundles? Nice. 20 gold each. Those can be woven into magical cloaks and linings of armor.
As well as the silk rope, right? The silk rope? Is that the same rope?
You can use spider silk to make silk rope, yes, but this is magical spider silk. So, worth a little bit more.
And then she said 10 each for those?
Or
was that
20 for the bundles, 10 for
20
the fangs.
bundles. Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and sell all of them. Just the bundles. I'm gonna keep the fangs for now, I think.
Very well.
So, how many bundles do you sell?
6.
120 gold.
Yeah, that's all.
I may make a fine cloak out of this. Thank you.
Yeah,
Anything else?
For the giant spider fang, since I'm gonna keep it, is that an item in D&D Beyond?
No. So you're gonna have to keep track of that on your own.
Okay.
And write down that they're worth 10 gold. Because I'm gonna forget.
What magic items did she have here?
She sells... Ring of Swimming, Pearl of Power, Goggles of Night, an Elemental Gem, an Eversmoke bottle, and a decanter of endless water.
She has multiple decanters.
Yeah. She's bored. She makes magic
bored.
items. This is her job.
It's gonna run across a hobo. I got a decanter too. Shut up! No, you don't. It's unique.
I got a decanter.
How much for the goggles?
Goggles of Night, $250.
I'll buy that.
Nice. Yeah, these they're not the most flattering. When you put them on, you look like that guy from Trailer Park Boys. With big ass.
Keep in mind, Salic has the same goggles.
Yeah, which is even scarier because it's an elephant face.
What are you guys looking at?
No, look at me. Look at me now.
Do I have to?
Do you want to see about selling that armor?
If we sell the armor, would we all then split the amount? I'm trying to do the math on how much we're going to split.
I'm not around, but I do have the highest persuasion. It's up to you guys.
But how are you?
I got a nat 20 earlier.
After how many ones?
What was it?
Just one. Perfectly balanced. As everything should be.
All things
It's
should.
just the chainmail, right, that we're selling? That was
Yeah,
the
Is
only
somebody wearing the half plate?
Yeah, you guys kept throwing shit at me once.
Yeah,
I gave it to you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We should definitely
So
make
it's
that
just
a
the
recurring
chainmail that we need to sell. And we could try to ask about that longsword, but most likely we won't be able to
Yeah,
sell
that's
it here.
probably-
But we could ask if they know someone specific that we could sell it to. So I guess, do we want to go to the armor and ask them about the chainmail to sell?
Sure.
Because wouldn't it be the armor that we buy it from the shop?
Unless we wanted to swap it for any of her other magic items, if she's up for that. Should Ring of Swimming.
Oh, the chainmail's 1,000 gold. So, is all her stuff under 1,000 gold?
Yeah.
So we would be losing money if we just swapped, unless we swapped for a bunch of things.
Depends on.
If she was willing to take it.
Well, I'm not there.
Yeah, I'm at the store buying crossbow bolts.
We just take it to sell it at the armor if you want.
I was just leaving the tavern.
Well, we need to find him
Got
because
these
he
two
wants
giant-
to sell it with
You just
his
see me walking by with two
persuasion,
giant
I
bottles
guess.
of bolts. Just
I'm gonna be like a drunken warrior. I'm gonna have like a backward pot as a helmet. I'm gonna take like a belt and make it look like a tie around my neck.
I think there's a dwarven character who did that. Alright, so you want to look for Vaxxus then? Or-
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, Vaxxus, where are you at after getting your amulet?
Where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at? I'm just leaving the tavern. I'm kind of just. I might go to the, I guess the magic item shop that they're at right now.
Okay.
For funsies. So I
Shiima,
guess
make a
I'm
perception check.
I guess I'm heading that way.
Cool, actually. Like an owl space.
7.
7?
Yes.
Okay. It takes you a minute, like, you do walk away from the Enchantress to look for Vaxxus, but you don't see him, but evenally you do turn around and it's like, oh, he was there.
Like
Like,
you see him right
it-
when he's walking in the door or something.
Well, it's out, so yeah, eventually. Yeah, like she's selling her wares outside.
Oh, okay. I thought she had a building.
No, outside, and like all of her wares are are resting on blankets.
Alright. Oh, no, we're gonna
Okay.
We have the elven chainmail if you'd like to attempt to do your whatever it is you want to do.
Oh, absolutely. If you can like top dollar for it.
I'll give it to you.
Alright. I will go
But I'm gonna follow
he
him.
just goes into the blacksmith. Buy this crap.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him though.
Alright,
Wherever he
cool.
wants to go sell it, and watch what he does.
Oh, it's fine. Me and Todagon go back, way back, like 2 days ago.
You make your way over to Todagod's smithy.
Hey, welcome back. Ah, you didn't lock me out. You know good business when you see it.
Yeah, I do, but against my better judgment, I let you in anyway.
Oh, well, perhaps you'd like to buy some of my wares for a change.
Yeah, it depends. What have you got?
Well, I'm opening up a new shop. I guess I would like to call it Din's Demiplane. Are you interested?
Depends.
We offer magical items that you won't find anywhere else. Not typically.
Ed. Skip
My heart.
I love it.
Right here, I have a genuine, pristine piece of elven chainmail.
Enable Airlocker.
Elven chain, you say?
Yes.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not interested in elven artifacts.
Really? There's no one else you could sell it to?
You don't know that much about orc history. Elves and orcs, we don't tend to get along. We're trying to make new strides in that, but holding on to their relics, not really into it.
I must have had a few too many this morning. You'll have to
I'm
excuse me.
staying behind and nodding. To myself.
But, alright. If you were perhaps trying to bury the hatchet, this might have been a good item, but perhaps I will find someone else who's interested.
Perhaps someday. I hear you're headed westward. You might have better luck in Venzer.
What I know over in Venzer and Langdale, what the typical populations are, what they consist of.
Yeah, I was going to ask too. If
Make
there's-
history checks.
If there's any, I guess,
Have I,
elven type towns anywhere in our colony.
Make a history check.
would I have been to Venzer?
You would have. This is you trying to remember from your drunken haze.
Yep.
Nah.
Yikes. That's not good. 2.
2. There's people there.
I've got to scuttle back to it.
That is absolutely correct.
To be fair, you haven't been there in a while, so it's hard to gauge. Like,
Maybe there was a plague. Maybe there wasn't.
And I haven't been there at all, so I have no idea.
right.
Maybe they're all kobolds, and I don't know.
Well, thank you for your time anyway.
I apologize.
It's no problem.
I got to scuttle back to wherever I bought those bolts.
Okay. That would be where these guys are walking out from.
Hey guys.
There again.
I walk in. I need a bolt carrier.
Oh, you need a quiver? Yeah, sure.
You sound like you're lost.
Just buy all these bolts.
How are you going to carry them into battle?
Do I even have a quiver? I don't even know.
It should be assumed that they come in a quiver.
You just carry
Yeah,
I
them out
don't
with you
think
everywhere
a
and
quiver
just
is in
drop
here.
them on the ground.
Let me do
Pick 'em up.
a search for a quiver and see if it's an
Yes,
item.
please. Quiver, 1 gold.
I buy a quiver.
Okay.
Yeah, like I thought. Can I just say that I
got
had a quiver
bolts.
though? Because
I
I
have
thought I
nothing to
had
carry
one
them
this
in.
whole time.
Yeah, it's.
I just don't have it on my list.
I would assume that would be part of your starting
Yeah.
equipment.
But I just bought these, so
I'll say you.
I need to just add
I'll
it.
say you can fit all 40 in that quiver. Even though you're physically it's impossible.
hold
no, I was
up
gonna
to
leave. I was gonna
20
leave one
arrows.
stack behind.
So
I
you
hope I
would
don't.
need 2 quivers to hold all 40.
Well,
I'm only gonna carry 20 of them in the battle. My God.
Or you can keep keeping the other 20. Huh? Oh, in the heart. Okay.
I can hold them
Just
for you
laying
in
out.
my bag.
I was curious
I'm
about.
assuming they're tied in a bundle.
There was a section, I think, in the books about like downtime activities where one could be like selling magical items,
Yeah, this is.
unless you're not like going
I'm
that
not. I'm
route.
not paying attention to that part of the thing.
Okay.
It's literally like unless Unless you wanted to, like, open up your own shop in town and, like, hey, I want to sell magic items.
It would be more like a traveling shop.
Yeah. That, then we could discuss how that goes. Otherwise, it would just be you would go to a magic shop and say, hey, I got a magic item. Do you want to buy it? This is like you selling, and then they, with the intent of they are going to sell it to somebody else. Which you would know, as a merchant, that in your position, anything that you try to sell is going to be sold low. They are going to buy it low, but sell it high. So
unless I find the right customer.
Correct. On your own.
Ye old eBay.
That's essentially it. But unfortunately, ye old trading guilds kind of has a problem with people just selling magic items willy-nilly. They send ye old Billy Club knee busters to fix that, unless you are a credible merchant. You're not there yet. You have a rapport with the trading guild, but only to do jobs that they want you to do, essentially. You're like an errand boy. No offense.
We'll see about that.
No, all of the offense.
Take it.
Alright, so get famous.
Yeah, there's nothing more.
Alright, so get famous, kill the merchant guild, sell everything.
My bag has more holding than yours does.
You can have it.
Orlin, what are you up to?
I'm just hanging out with them. Are we going to take a longboat instead of the cart?
No, because we would need 4 of them.
We need 2 or 3 boats, and we'd have to fight the cart to get back here. So we'd probably have to take the cart,
I
like
think
you
it's
said.
easier to take the cart.
If the boats would be faster, you guys don't want to take boats.
Yeah, but getting back.
Only faster one way.
Yeah.
Minor details.
Why would we need multiple of them?
Because they only hold 3, and we're bringing people back.
Well, I think we'd only need 2, because we wouldn't be able to make a return trip with the boats.
Well, no, because at minimum we're bringing back 1, so yeah, 2. But if minimum we're bringing back 3, which is including Salic, then that's 3 boats.
Unless we come back.
Well, he's got a lizard, so that would help a little bit.
We'll just take horses. We don't want to shun Philip. They may.
Jeffrey and Jeffrey.
He's too late. I'm renaming them. They can't.
New names.
Philip and Felipe.
Yes.
Rename
I
them.
want to ask.
No one knows
before
it yet.
we left the armorer guy, I guess I want to show him the
Sure.
long sword.
The what?
The long sword.
Oh, that
the
moonblade?
Yeah, and I want to say, I know you most likely would not buy this. It's probably extremely expensive, but do you know of anyone who might?
He leans in and he picks up like a fancy item inspecting monocle thing, which the lens is like super dirty. But he does look at it with like an intensity of, you assume he knows what he's looking at. Well, that is a mighty fine rare blade you got there.
Extremely rare, one of a kind.
Probably in one of the more advanced mortal cities of stone and brick rather than straw and thatch.
Fair.
Venzer's a nice place. There's some magical folks there. They might be able to give you a better price. If they don't, they'll probably know someone.
Okay. Thank you. Put it back in the bag.
Alright.
I guess so.
And, Vaxxus, you watch as, what does your bag look like, just out of curiosity?
Like a bag, I don't know.
Like a satchel or a backpack?
I guess like a backpack.
Okay. Yeah, you watch as
It's
she
like a single strap over across thing.
Messenger
Like
bag.
it's like a sling bag?
Yeah, the
All right.
messenger bag.
Okay, yeah. You watch as she takes out this messenger bag, which is only like probably that long, and she takes this long sword.
It disappears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then she slings it over her back.
And turn around and walk out. like it's totally normal.
Wait a minute. How the hell did you do that?
I didn't do anything, I just put it away.
How is everyone a wizard here?
I'm not a wizard.
Then where
I
did
want
it
to be a
go?
wizard.
Dale's getting to you, buddy.
No, wizard, I'd like to talk to them.
This is why you don't drink before noon.
I actually didn't drink anything yet.
It's probably that ambulance of the drunkard doing something to it.
Yeah, it's got lasting drunkenness. It's a side effect.
I'm done with all the asking of prices and stuff.
Alright. Sneaking into the meta of things, out of curiosity, what are your intentions with that card? If you don't want to talk about it, you don't
I
have
want to find somebody who might be able to identify it without actually looking at it to see if they might know which card it is.
I will say that based off of your identify, there is no way to ascertain what the card is until it is revealed to the individual. Like your identify has like this weird sense of looking at the item in like a 3D scope, and out of curiosity in your mind's eye, you look at the other side of the card and you just see a fluctuation of colors and shapes very, very fast, which means that this card is in a constant state of flux. Like a roulette wheel that will stop and land on something as soon as you look at it.
So I have a question too about the card.
Sure.
Since I don't know which card it is, but I put it in my bag, can I still retrieve it if I'm just looking for, like, I guess, a card from the bag of holding?
Yeah. It is still wrapped in the cloth, so if you pull it out,
But,
it's still
I
wrapped.
don't need
It
to
should be
know. I don't need to know which card it is, though, in order to find it from the bag, right?
They're big.
I could just think of the card, I guess.
Essentially,
Even though
yeah.
I don't know which.
If you ever find
a
a second one, then it might get a little confusing. But we'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge if we get
As
there.
long as the backs look different, then I think it shouldn't be confusing.
You're fairly certain
she's
that the
in that
backs look the same for all of them. As part of that mind's eye thing, like here's the spread of all of these same
New
cards.
goal: find all the cards. We gotta collect them all.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Maybe we can
That
on
was-
Netflix.
I was just
With
curious if I
Badass
put it in the bag, if I would lose it forever. Because I don't know which card it is.
Put it in the bag, universe dies.
Scott,
No,
start
yeah,
a celebrity
I mean-
crush for me.
Not
Like-
this universe, but a
Because,
universe.
like, in order to pull it out, I have to know what it is I'm looking for. And if I
You
don't
are
know-
aware that you have one card
Yeah.
in there,
Okay.
so
Or it could just be if we find another card, she puts it in there, just pulls one out randomly.
yeah,
Because they're ever changing anyway.
right.
So I guess
But
it wouldn't matter.
you also have one card that's wrapped in cloth. You would just have to think, okay,
Yeah,
I think
so I could be
about
like-
pulling out
yeah.
a card wrapped in cloth or a card that's not wrapped in cloth. And then we'll just go from there if it gets more complicated.
I hope it does not. If
I
I
hope it
somehow find
does.
another card, I will be extremely surprised.
The whole ride to Lingo.
And terrified.
Like, flip it.
She hasn't explained anything to us about that
She
card.
hasn't.
No,
No,
I didn't.
If it randomly falls out of that bag, I'm just gonna be like, "What's
Did
this?"
any of them see it?
Uh,
I don't know. They might
he
have
asked
seen
about it, and you were like, "No, I'm
He
busy."
might have been the only one that's seen it then.
Yeah,
Well, no, did we see her get it though? Because we
Yeah,
We
where,
saw her.
where did it come from again?
it came from Quave's den,
I'm not thinking much of it right now because
the
wait,
drider you guys killed.
Was it that little secret panel?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That's where you found the sword, the boots,
Okay.
armor, ring. Oh no, the ring was on him, and the card.
whooped his ass with that ring on him.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
So yeah, like whoever was paying attention when I picked up the stuff would know about it, unless their characters forgot about it.
People are aware that you helmed a lot of the looting. If anyone wants to make an intelligence check to like try to take stock of what she has, feel free. If not,
I don't have much.
I'm more curious about the sword because that looks like the most valuable thing she has. But that's about it.
And you're right about it.
My character doesn't really care, but at this point he's expecting that the cards lay on his chest at one point in time.
Oh no! 10,000 or more, I don't know.
Yeah, nearly priceless if you know who to give it to.
Potentially. Oh, is there any other business that you guys want to do before I assume setting out west? Unless you guys want to do something else.
Well, we don't have any more health potions or anything, do we?
I have one.
Does anybody else have any health potions on them? Because I don't think I have any. I think I used them all.
Have 10.
What? Make a deception check on me. Because I don't believe you.
You've already said what?
Plus stuff is 9.
I don't believe you.
I also have
not my fault, you can't count.
That's a 14. Yeah, I don't believe you. Do you really have 10?
Well, because of the amulet I do.
Okay, so everybody gets 109 gold from the stuff that I sold.
Really?
And I'll write down Salic's here too. Yeah.
Wow.
109. And that's in addition to the 300 that we got. So another 109. So now we can go on a shopping spree.
Yeah, shopping. With that 3 gold I spent on those bolts, it seemed nothing now. So you say shopping spree though, but once you find that magic item, it's going to clear you out real quick.
Adventuring in gold is like the tides. Gold comes in, gold comes out. It always comes back in, eventually.
Especially if you kill a dragon.
Especially if you kill a dragon.
Because sometimes you get both then. Gold and magic.
So I want to go buy some health potions from Bug. I want to go back to her shop again.
Alright.
Because she has 50 gold health potions.
That's right. And she used a bunch of health potions on the wounded hunters, so she only has 2 available right now.
That's fine. I would like to buy 2 health potions.
100 gold.
This is totally the shopping and looting episode.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have Salic, so we can't catch up to him yet.
Not with that attitude. Who knows? This lizard might have got a flat tire.
It's possible. That lizard actually had those inflatable muscles, and one just deflated.
What's the health potion called? Is
Now
it
I'm a
Potion
jerk.
of Healing?
I believe it is called Potion of Healing.
Yeah.
Potion of Healing. And she was just selling the basic ones, right?
Yes.
Well, since that's all she has, I guess that's all I can buy. I already have that one. Don't need that one. What was it that you listed off at the other place that you told him that they're selling? Was it the Enchantress lady?
Yeah.
What was it that you said she was selling?
Ring of Swimming, Pearl of Power, Goggles of Night, an Elemental Gem, an Eversmoke Bottle, and a Decanter of Endless Water. If you don't know what those are, you could always ask, what does this do?
What does the Eversmoke do? Is it just whenever you open it, there's just constant smoke?
Essentially, yes.
Like I said, just get rid of the keys.
Would it be smoke that would blind me as well? Or would I be able to see through it?
I'm gonna look it up. Ever-smoking bottle. Smoke leaks from the lead-stoppered mouth of this brass bottle, which weighs about a pound. When you use an action to remove the stopper, a cloud of thick s'mores pours out in a 60-foot radius from the bottle. A 60-foot radius just by opening it up. The cloud's area is heavily obscured. That counts you as well, because you're in it.
Okay.
Each minute the bottle remains open, and within the cloud, the radius increases by 10 feet until it reaches a maximum radius of 120 feet.
I don't think I want it, though, if it's gonna blind me, too. And then you said there was... What was it? You said water breathing? Or was it swimming?
Water walking. I think it was swimming.
Ring of swimming.
Yeah, what's that?
Pearl of power, goggles of night, elemental gem, ever-smoke bottle, decanter of water.
Ring of swimming is that. Swimming. Oh, there it is. Swimming speed of 40 feet. Do I have a swimming speed otherwise?
There's a thing in there that says about underwater combat. I think it's half your movement speed.
What was the color of the gem?
Blue.
And then what was the elemental one?
I'm looking it up.
I wanted to know what it was called so I can look it up too.
It's just called elemental gem. Basically, you hold the gem, you break it, and you can conjure a water elemental.
Is it the blue sapphire one? Because there's different colors here.
Sorry, it's green, so it's an emerald for
it's
water.
emerald.
Why is green water and blue is air? That should be reversed.
Green should be like earth.
So you have to break the gem.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
a
water
one-use
elemental
only.
is summoned.
You could argue like a amber would be like earth or something.
They don't have that color.
It's not a color that exists. Huh?
Not those gems.
The water elemental will be friendly to you and your companions for 1 minute. Oh no, 1 hour. But it also acts as like a concentration spell. If your concentration is broken, then the elemental will just lose control and will attack anything that's nearby it, including you or your allies.
That's why we release it in a room, then just walk away.
Let it tire itself out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything.
Okay.
Rich people being dicks. Alright, fine.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not gonna go there then.
Let's leave.
So yeah, I'm done. I'm just gonna buy those health potions and that's it.
Alright.
Do we need to buy any rations for the horses or anything? Or for us?
Rations for horses and stuff?
I feel like we had bought a bunch, but I don't remember how much we had bought out of that.
I don't know if we're even keeping track of that
trip
for real.
last time.
Let's assume that the River Watcher tribes are kind enough to restock for a week or two.
And then
How
how
long?
long does it travel?
About 4 or 5 days, you said?
Yeah, it'll take you 3 days. You'll reach Venzer first, and then another 1 or 2 days to reach Langdale.
But that was by boat, right?
That's by walking, or that's by horse. You might be able to cut down the travel by 1 day if you go by boat.
So wouldn't we be able to walk down the river on the opposite side where we're going straight to Langdale? Because Venzer's on the opposite side of the river.
Venzer, from what you remember, is similar to the Riverwatch. It's on both sides.
Oh, okay. It's like a...
And their portion of the river is a lot more narrow. Instead of being a mile wide, it's probably a quarter mile wide.
So are we walking on the south side toward Langdale, or are we walking directly to it?
Yeah, like, do we know the land?
Oh shit, that's right. Your horses are on the south side.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be going south.
We'd have to take the south side.
So we'd be going directly toward Venzor first, then.
Yeah, but they have a sturdier bridge for your horses to cross over than the one that's currently here.
So, did you notice which way that Salic went to Langdale?
Yeah, did Salic take the north side or the south side of the
He
river?
took the north side because they had mounts on this side.
Okay. It's on the north side.
So, what way do you want to go? You sounded very concerned about Salic.
Well, we have to stay on this side in order to take the horses. So, we don't really have much option because we can't get the cart across the river here.
I mean, maybe we can all take a lizard, but I don't know.
I'll say that as someone who also is good with maps, you would know that the river from here will slowly get narrower. So if Salic is traveling close to the
Yeah, I was thinking we
riverside,
might be able
you
to see
might
him.
be able to spot him.
We might hear the of the lizard.
Maybe.
Well, I suppose we ought to just leave then.
And we should just leave. So, at this point, he probably has another, hour or two ahead of us. Because we've been spending all this time buying stuff and things.
Well, he had to sleep at one point.
You assume.
Unless he didn't.
We'll find out. So do you guys...
His ass was wrecked. He had to sleep.
So do you guys start to head out?
Yes.
On Jeffrey!
Yeah.
On Jeffrey!
Jeffrey and Jeffrey head out. Who's driving?
I guess I am right now.
I think I'm going to be in the back as
I
usual.
might as well get
Watching
channel
for
handling skills what I can.
anything around.
While they're relevant.
Okay.
That dang rabbit.
Shiima, did you want to do that one thing that you didn't
Yes,
do?
because I forgot about it again. Thank you.
Okay, that's fine.
So does Saoirse
I can
need
do
to
that
eat,
during the trip.
Like,
Sure, of
Yes.
course.
or is she just a magical creature?
She can hunt on her own, but I do think she eats.
I guess I can just go ahead and do it if we're already on the road.
I learned something today, but I'll probably forget it. I apologize.
I'm still learning every day. I've only had her for like a week.
Alright. As the cart, helmed by Orlin, Vaxxus, are you up there with him, you said? Or
Yeah,
are you
I
in the
guess
back of the
I
cart?
guess I'll just sit up there with him. I got nothing else really to do.
Okay, very cool. The cart starts to head westward towards an uncertain future as Shiima begins to study this vial that she carries with her. Vaxxus. In a moment of sensory recall, a flood of traumatic imagery of that moment hits your mind like a lightning bolt as you turn around and you see Shiima with this vial of very familiar green liquid. And that is where we are going to end this session.
I don't even get to know what it is yet, still. I've been forgetting to identify it. And now when I finally identify it, you won't tell me.
Is it something you just made?
Huh?
Is it something you just made? or-
We will find that out in the next session.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's like part of my backstory, too.
Saoirse counts as a beast, so I assume she has to eat like normal. If it was Fae or something, maybe it would have been different.
I didn't know because you kind of like wished her into existence.
Yeah. Saoirse is interesting. I like it. Well, that is the session for this evening. Thank you very much for watching. We are still in
What
the midst.
are you?
What are you?
We are still in the midst of deciding exactly when we're going to be airing these episodes, but we will make announcements soon. The
Ironically,
idea,
you'll see them before this message.
indeed. In the meantime, thank you again very much for watching. Be incredible. Bye.
Sommersee und Sonnenschein, ja, da muss man glücklich sein, weil da brauch ich nichts auf dieser Welt. Früh am Morgen schon zum Strand, braun gebrannt im weißen Sand, ja, das ist die Zeit, die mir gefällt. Abends kommt dann noch so ein Bummel die Strandpromenade entlang und das hat seine Gründe. Sommersee und Sonnenschein und dann noch verliebt zu zweien, ja, da muss der Mensch doch glücklich sein.